am I recording this? Anyway. Hey, we're in the
All
middle
right.
of combat.
And Leon's a badass.
Yes.
Um, and I'm going to like write him down, go back to my spot, and then I'm gonna turn. Just gonna look back at everyone. Everyone, get my back! I got this one. And then he's gonna use his action surge,
Okay.
attack again. That is a natural 16,
That will hit.
so 23.
Yep, that'll hit.
And I'm going for a third trip attack.
Do it.
It's gonna have to happen. All right, so
It
7 one
happened.
dice.
He got a 6.
7 the second dice plus 5, so I got 19 points of damage and he's on the ground.
Yep, he is knocked prone, which is where knocked prone. How much was the damage again?
And
I'm sorry.
then 19 points of damage. I
Jesus,
rolled really high on my dice.
how do you are so strong.
Well, one, I have a magic sword too, which helps.
Right. And how
And
does
these
the
superiority
superiority?
dice are and superiority dice I get to choose when I use the superiority dice on any attacks that I hit. And it adds an extra D8 to my damage.
So it only adds the extra if you hit. So you expend
No,
the
no, no. So
superiority.
so so I expend it after I hit, so I can choose to use it or not
Okay.
when I hit. It's like a smite. You can use smite, but it doesn't activate until you actually hit. So if you miss the attack, you don't waste the spell slot. So I get to choose when to use it, and yeah, and I get to utilize the D8 use of the damage added to
Oh
the
yeah, because
damage of
the
my.
the superiority die are d8s. You have 4 of
Yep,
them.
yep. I've
When you
used
expend
3
one, you
so
can
far.
do a particular maneuver, but it also gives you. Okay, I understand now. I
Yep.
I know fighters, but I don't know this particular route that you're going as
Battle
well.
Masters are
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah. No, clearly.
All right, and
All right.
then bonus attack with my dagger with advantage because he's on the ground.
Do it. Follow it up.
Okay, that's a 6. That's a 17, so 17 plus 5,
Yeah, that'll hit.
22. All right. Um, if I were to use a push attack, would that work?
That would so shove would be the action. It's an
No, 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 no,
action
no,
to
no,
shove.
no. I have a maneuver for a push attack, and when I
Oh,
hit them, they move 15 feet away.
okay. And this would be your 4th dice.
Yep.
Let's see here. Yeah, I think that could work. I mean, he's already prone, so I think that could work.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. So I'm going to use my fourth and final superiority dice, blew them all in pretty much a turn, but this is for a good reason. That's a 2 for the dice, so plus 5, no, plus 4. So 6 superiority dice, rolled a 3, so 9 points of damage, and he's pushed 15 feet away.
Well, he does get to make a strength saving throw.
Yep,
Um, and it's really funny.
14.
I rolled it, and for like half a second, it teetered on 16, and then it leaned over to 3. So
Oh
he
my
he
god.
he got a 7, so he is pushed back 15 feet.
So basically what I would imagine that happening because he's a big guy and I'm strong, yes, but not that strong. I just stick my dagger right into that painful part of the rib and he rolls away.
Kind of trips up a little bit through this brush. 15, and now he's kind of here. So, all right.
All right. And then I'm going to use the rest of my movement, which I only used 1.
Yeah.
And I'm
Okay.
gonna back up there using the other body for cover.
All right. Well, our Leon up with the fucking. He is cramming it. He blows his whole load on the first fight, guys. What is going on?
Hey, not dealing with these ogres, man.
All right. Torg is
Not
dead
dealing
and
with them.
out of the initiative order, so I'm going to remove him. Ira, it's your turn, my friend. Sing us a song.
Okay. Since you asked so nicely. No, I'm gonna walk my horse up to where Leon is. With Is this one getting away? Or is
No,
he...
he's currently writhing in pain on the ground.
He is currently prone and was
Yeah.
shoved back by Leon with all his might. So he's currently just like, what the fuck? You know, but he's not running. No, he was only moved back because of Leon.
Okay, I'm gonna ask him, did you come from Craigmaw Castle?
Oh? Greg, Castle. No. No, we saw you. Want food. Food. Hungry! Ah. Don't talk to me, tiny
Oh.
person. Tiny person looks yummy. Pick teeth with bones. No. These guys are idiots. They're ogres.
All right, I don't have much range. I'll just take out my dagger. No, I'll
Got a solid 25 feet.
25. Yeah, I'm
And
gonna.
also 60 feet of movement, so you can go in, throw it, and run out.
Yeah, Myra, you're
Well,
on
I
a
already
horse.
moved 5, 10. 15. I already moved my full
But
movement.
you're on
But
the
you're on
horse,
a horse.
or did you tie the horse off?
Oh yeah, I am on the horse.
You can still move.
Okay.
I'm on a horse with the man your man can smell like.
So I'll get within. I don't want him to be able to grab me, so I guess 20 feet.
Sure. 5. So that's about 15 from where you're at.
All right, I'll just take a dagger and I'll chuck it at him. And then how much? And then I want to retreat back like a coward.
All right, roll for the ranged attack.
3. Damn it.
A 3, even with your
A
hit.
3. With my hit, like, yeah, that's 8, so no.
In your excitement and being on the horse, you throw your dagger, and unfortunately you throw it short, and it lands like right next to his feet. He's like, oh, oh.
You're
Good.
gonna tell us. I'm gonna pretend like I meant to do that. You're gonna tell us about any goblins or people that you've seen in this area.
No. Food. Eat you.
All right, I'll back up the rest of my movement. He's hopeless.
All right. Adelia, your turn. Adelia?
Sorry, I was making jokes. Sweet. Okay, so I'm going to retarget my hunter's mark thingy, mabob, and yes, thank you. I'm sorry, words are not okay right now. I'm just gonna shoot that guy.
All right, go ahead. And you sound really far away for some reason.
Fixed it. Sorry. I was like shoving my face full of a maid right. Does a 24 hit?
A 24 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Wow. For a whole 5 damage.
5 damage shall be done. All right, your arrow lands true, right? Hits him right in the chest, and he's kind of like, oh! He breaks the arrow off and tosses the shaft to the side, and is looking at you all pissed off like. All right, anything else for your turn?
I'm going to make a rude gesture.
he just make your rude gesture, "Ah!" And he just kind of like looks at you, dumbfounded, like, I don't know what the fuck that means. Quellen, you're up.
All right, I want to send my owl forth 30 feet to get all up in its face, and it's going to flap its wings and literally crap on. Using the help action for me against it.
Okay, so it flies in its face like, like, bird, ah.
And I'm going to go ahead and draw my longbow and take a shot at it.
All right, do so with advantage, sir.
Wow. Even with advantage, that is a 13.
13 will still hit. Roll damage.
Sweet. Okay. That'll be a total of 17 points.
17 points of piercing damage. And like Adelia, your arrow, it aims true, and it lands again. Another shot to the chest. These are beefy guys. He breaks that one off and laughs. And now it
And I'll
is.
have my owl fly and land in the brush.
All right. And again, flyby, no attack of opportunity. So, Sildar's up. Sildar, realizing, man, you guys even need me? He just takes his sword and charges at Borg. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just enough to get into range. He makes 2 sword attacks. That's a 22 to hit and another 22 to hit. Jesus. All right. So both of his attacks land. That's 13 points of slashing damage. So Sildar just like cuts twice, right? Like flourishes his blade and cuts Borg pretty good. Borg's looking real rough right now. I also realized that because he was prone, that was with advantage, was it not?
Yep.
Okay, no natural 20s, so we're good. So still stands. And that is going to be Sildar's turn. Borg, being his turn and dealing with the threat directly in front of him, realizing that he's really feeling shitty. First, he expends half of his movement to stand up, so he's no longer prone. And then he just takes his great axe, both hands, just and like comes down on at Sildar. Ooh, that's a 10 to hit, which for Sildar, that is not a hit. So he misses. Sildar, reacting quickly, jumps out of the way, and it comes crashing down. Again, you feel the ground shake a little bit just because these things are so huge, but he does not succeed in hitting Sildar, and that will be his turn. Leon, end of the initiative. Your turn.
Gonna see what's going on. 1, 5, 6. Oh, I made it. And I'm gonna attack him. Longsword. For 17.
That's a hit.
That was my lowest roll so far. And then D8
Getting all
for
those good rolls
7
out
on the.
before you storm the castle.
Yeah. I remember I rolled real shitty yesterday all day, so I'm happy about this. And so 7, 5, so 12 points of damage with the longsword.
So, Leon, how do you kill Borg too?
Uh, just gonna just run up at him and just jump up as high as I can and get my sword into his chest and ride him down.
You come charging at him and you just jump. Ah! And it like there's like that brief second where you manage to get your blade into him, and it's like, oh shit, I'm gonna be stuck. And then you start sliding down. The weight of your body starts to pull down on your sword, and it being so sharp because it's a long sword +1, it just rends him open, blood just pouring out. So you're getting a lot of blood all over you right now as it kind of showers over you, and he just kind of falls over, chest and like gut split open, and he's just dead.
Yeah, no, immediately Leon's just gonna pull out his sword and he's just gonna start like like he actually drops his sword for a second. He just starts flicking his hands trying to get the stuff off, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
We are out of initiative. What's everybody doing with these two ogres being hella dead?
Adelia, are you all right?
Ow.
I'm gonna go over to Adelia and inspect her wounds.
From behind the body of the first ogre, all you hear is, "Oh, it's in my mouth."
She's just gently testing out her shoulder and like moving it and finding out what hurts and what doesn't.
I'm gonna do a cure. I'm gonna reach out my little arm for her to take my hand, and I'm gonna do a cure wound, which is a 1d8 + 3. So Yes, 8. So 11.
Max healing, 11 points of healing.
And that heals me
Solid.
back to max too.
Myra,
Good.
the healer of the group.
I know.
I was looking at your spells. You literally are the healer of the group.
Yep.
I have cure wounds too. She was like just messing with her shoulder, and you beat me to it.
And I can
Oh,
self heal
sorry.
whenever I need to. So, but that's just me.
Awesome.
Also, I presume with Leon blowing his wad, we're probably going to have a short rest at some point.
Hey, I get all of it back on a short rest. So
I can do a song of rest.
Yeah, we got to learn to use those hit pads. While
I only-
Adelia's inspecting
I
her
think,
shoulder,
to be honest, I think Leon's fine for right now. So, he only took 6 points of damage, so we're good. We don't need a rest. But, Leon's currently disgusted with himself. Because that's a thing.
So what do you? Yep. Sildar looks over at you, Leon. He's like, I don't think I'd want to fuck with you. Kind of a crazy guy, aren't you?
Nah, hold on. Nah,
He's just like up chuck all over the place. Sildar's like, ooh, can't. Okay.
this is kind of normal for me. It's in my eye.
This is kind of normal for me. That's he now should sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, it's hard to do the accent while in distress.
No, you're good.
But he's just kind of like rubbing his eyes.
So Adelia, you're sitting on the horse, and as Leon's over here like freaking out that he's covered in blood, this white owl, this snow white owl, just kind of comes down. It just lands and like stares at you on the horse. You've not
Super
seen this owl before.
excited, girly squeal of joy. I
and
don't
I'm
know where
going
this came
to
from, but I feel like the chosen one.
I want to inspect this ogre corpse and see what I can.
So make an investigation check.
I'm a pet the bird.
Investigation is just going to be. Where's my mouse cursor?
If you said it, I didn't hear you.
I'm sorry, it's an 11.
11. So you kind of look through. You look at his body. Now this is an ogre, right? He's pretty much wearing a loincloth, and that's about it. So not really much to see here. You start looking around. You look at his loincloth. You're like, I know there can't be anything under there. Like, okay,
I look
maybe a
anyway.
peek, maybe a peek, and you're like, ha. You find nothing, but you're definitely scarred at the fact that you just saw an ogre penis.
Well, I would have lifted the loincloth up, like throw it over his belly, so it just revealing it to the.
Oh, okay. I was trying to be ginger about it. You're not. Fuck it. Woo, let's go. You don't find anything.
Nothing to see here, I guess.
All right, what are you guys doing? Are you guys gonna just continue on? Are we gonna leave Leon in
that
his
owl-
bloody state?
Didn't that owl poop on the ogre? Did anybody else see that?
Yes.
What's with the owl, Adelia?
She's just petting the bird. She's just enraptured with this beautiful creature in front of her.
Is that yours? What's his name?
Actually, and I hold out my arm, and it flies just falcon style and lands on my outstretched arm. This is a good friend of mine. You can call him Quill.
As the owl flies away, Adelia just gives a soft, no, come back. And then she just listens. She's like, Quellen and Quills.
Was it Quills with an S or just Quill? I can't remember.
Quills with an S. Quellen and Quills.
Quills.
He will be accompanying us on our adventures. And yeah, he's going to be helping out from.
Beldar comes over. Huh, pretty owl. So, We gonna keep going? How's everybody doing? Do we need to rest?
I'm all
Leon's back
good.
there. I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
Do you need healing?
No, I'm fine. I
Leon?
actually didn't get hurt.
Okay. Leon, did you need healing?
And I'll be good. I'll be good. If you could just help me out with all this.
Yep,
They taste worse than
prestidigitation
they smell.
before he even gets close. Like prestidigitation.
You put up a hand like whoa, 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 and this energy comes out of your hand, and the blood just starts to like siphon out of the clothing and like dissipate into the air, like, and you're like, oh, this is much better.
Ah, how did I live without that? Oh, that's so much better.
Magic.
Thank you.
So, Leon, you're getting used to that tingling feeling?
You know, I prefer that to whatever just happened to me. Sure, it was in the heat of the moment,
Human.
and sure, I wasn't 100% thinking about what I was doing, but that was way better. I'd much prefer the tingly feeling to that. Let's go.
I take my position remounting behind Adelia, and the owl will go ahead and land back in front of it.
All right. So as you guys head out, are you gonna do a rest now, or are you gonna try and get closer to the castle before you want to do that?
We'll get closer to the castle. I'm fine. I'm fine with like -6 health.
Okay. For this encounter, everyone gets 200 experience points. So feel free to add 200 experience points to your pool, please.
Does Leon get any bonus for being a badass?
That's a negative. In fact,
Okay.
having Sildar here is letting you guys lose XP.
Hey, we tried to kill him before he got involved.
Fair enough. All right. And we're back to the old world map. So after kind of cleaning up a little bit and getting your bearings and getting the horses back into a sane state of mind, not freaking out about giants coming after them, you guys hop back onto your horses and you head off north in a northern direction. Alrighty. You guys travel for a few more hours, making good pace on the horses. Probably like an hour or so, or no, we'll say like 2 or 3 hours before dusk, you guys finally end up reaching the edge of the woods. Based on the map, you can tell it's probably another 5 miles or so until you hit the castle. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to continue on until you hit the castle? What do you want to do? Are you gonna bet
Well,
it's a couple hours before dusk, so are you gonna take time to set up a small camp and rest for the evening and then hit the castle, or what?
as we hit the edge of the forest, I would like for my owl to actually kind of keep a perimeter ahead of us about 100 feet or so I can keep control over it. But just kind of have it looking out for anything that looks like, you know, goblinoid creatures, and would ask for it to ping at me if it sees anything like that. And I believe that our ranger said that this was her preferred terrain, so I defer to her.
Adelia?
So I was reading. Yep, Adelia's actually going to slide off the horse so she can be down on the forest floor looking for tracks.
I'll take the reins and
Leon's gonna do the same and be like, maybe we should consider doing the rest of this on foot. Maybe leave the horses here.
What time of day are we at?
It's probably like 2 or 3 hours before the sun goes down, that dusk period. It's starting to fall into nighttime.
And what's the weather?
It's clear skies right now. Maybe partly
I
cloudy.
agree, Leon.
No chance of rain. No, I'm just
Perhaps.
kidding.
I agree, Leon. Perhaps we'll hobble the horses here and proceed on foot.
Yeah, that way, better chances of horses safe, so we have something to go home on. I think that's fine. If it's okay with everyone, I think it best if we make up some ground till end day, so that way we can attack. Planning on it if it's able early.
At the very least, we could get some interesting scouting done and see what it is we're dealing.
Sounds good. Everyone okay with that?
Aye.
Yeah, Dahlia's already just staring at the ground, looking around. She's like not really paying attention.
Yep. So make
I'm going to have Quills actually follow Adelia around, like landing on her shoulder occasionally.
okay. Dahlia, make a survival check, looking for tracks. Leon, you may as well, or give her advantage by assisting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm not gonna be like anywhere close to her, but I'm gonna be like searching, I guess. But I'll give her.
Okay.
Well, thank God he gave me advantage because I rolled a natural 1. Otherwise, I rolled a 19.
Hey.
Hey, so looking around, you see, deer tracks, animal tracks, things like that. You don't really see any particular tracks quite yet on the edge of the woods here, of what you would discern as humanoid footprints, like goblins and such. So you don't see much, but you do see a trail. You can tell you guys are on the edge of the woods, and you can tell, oh, it looks like there's kind of a somewhat formed trail going this way, in this northern direction that you might be able to follow as you enter into the woods to find the castle.
Perfect. And I would like to remind the GM with my Natural Explorer feature, while I'm tracking creatures, I can learn the exact number, sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area.
Oh, okay. All these things to remember with the ranger. Um, do you want to know that?
When I start seeing more tracks of what I'm looking for.
Okay, I will make note of that right now.
And just as a note to Myra, who just got back, we're leaving the horses at the tree line. We're on foot now.
Okay. All right, so you guys move forward into the woods after tying up the horses. You walk a couple of miles, 1 or 2 miles into the woods. Still going. The trees are making it a little darker as the sun's going down, so there's not as much light penetrating through. Not dark enough for dark vision to kick in yet, so Leon, you're still seeing.
All right.
You guys get another mile or so into the woods, and Adalia, I'm assuming you're kind of ahead of the group, sort of checking the trails and stuff and keeping an eye on everything.
Oh yeah, doing the usual tracker thing where every now and then you stop, crouch down, check things out, wiggle a broken twig, and then
Um,
keep.
Quellen, I'm assuming you've got Quills with her, like you said, but you're obviously staying within range, so that way he doesn't despawn.
Well, he doesn't despawn if he goes further. I just can no longer telepathically control
that's
him.
right.
Yeah, so I'm just going to kind of let them go. I'm going to try to stay about 50-ish feet back, but if they wander further without my noticing, that's fine as well.
Okay. So you guys head up, and you kind of come over like a little bend, and can see kind of in this. Let's see, how do we describe this? Adalia, you're the one that sees this first, being in the lead here. See. As you kind of look down into like a very tiny valley. It's not huge, but you see this castle. It's definitely seen better days. You can tell that you can see clearly that there are areas of it that have collapsed, but for the most part, it seems sturdy. See this as you kind of come like into like where this valley, like it dips down a little bit into like a small valley. Nothing like, not like a bowl or anything. It's like an opening in the woods where this castle is sitting. There's a lot of greenery around it, like green flat area, right? Like, so you're still back in the woods, so it's not like anyone can see you right now. You're just kind of coming to the edge of the woods here, and you see that castle like half mile in the distance.
Do we see any goblin activity?
It's starting to get dark out, so you do see some. You can see some like firelight flickering in some of the windows, in the walls there, some of the slits in the walls. But that's all you can discern from here. Is you see light there.
And for my tracking, have I learned number, sizes, and how long?
With the path that you guys had taken, you did not find anything particularly useful. You know that recently a pack of, I say pack, but you know that at least 4 hobgoblins and 2 wolves passed through here recently. But other than that, there's nothing else to discern from the tracks in your skill.
So hobgoblins, that's new. So I assume Adelia's going to tell us that once we catch up.
No, Leon would, because so that I had given her assistance, Leon would have been close by. He would have tapped her on the shoulder. Delia, let's go ahead and set up camp about 250 yards back that way. Sound good to you?
Yeah, we should be relatively in the clear. Not a lot of them use this path.
Then let's go ahead and stay away so the drawing. Let's go ahead and head back. And I'm guessing we would walk back and meet up with.
So they come back, right? They turn around, they head back after noticing where the castle is. And you guys meet up. And the moment you get back into range with Quells, he's like pinging you, like because he had found.
As soon as Quills pings me, I would warg into him.
Oh, you warg into him, and all you see is him on Adelia's shoulder, like as they're walking back. He's not, because you said he was on her shoulder.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's just excited, so he's like pinging you, like, oh, we found it, we found it, we found it.
All right. Well, as I warg into Quills, I just have him just hoot. That's it.
Since I'm assuming this owl has not hooted in a while, slightly scares Adelia, and she just kind of like pets him.
Quills
Leon's just
nuzzles
gonna
the
be there.
hand.
He's gonna be like, "When the hell did you get a bird, by the way?"
Not mine.
Not yours. Then who the hell is it?
It's Quellen's, he said so earlier.
How in the hell would a bird follow Quellen? As he jokes jovially.
Good question
Quills
for the
jumps
bird.
over to Leon's shoulder and just looks at him.
I would like to ask the bird, because are you happy, bird? Or Quill? Are you a happy bird, Quill? Happy owl? Is
No, I'm
Quillen
just
treating
gonna.
you right?
As Leon's just kind of like watching the bird. Why is this bird giving me evil eyes?
As an action, Quillen makes Quills disappear.
You just hear as he
Oh,
pops
he's
out of the
familiar.
distance. Before he did, though,
you
Myra,
immediately-
when you asked your question, he, with your speak with small animals, because he is considered a small animal, okay, that's right. Speak with small beasts lets you, through sounds and gesture,
It's not
communicate.
a beast. It's a
But
celestial.
but you can't tell what it's. Oh, that's right. It's not. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Just taking on the visor of one. Anyway, never mind, Myra. Sorry. You got nothing out of the owl before out of existence.
Okay.
I then follow that up, making it reappear on Myra's shoulder. And
Pops back up
It's a
on
good
Myra's
thing
shoulder.
that was instant. She was about ready to smack Leon and be like, "What did you do to the bird?"
You tell me. It scared the shit out of me. I don't know what happened.
And this is like a
guys-
normal size bird, but normal size owl, so it's kind of like taking up all of like Myra's shoulder.
Yes and no.
It
It's
slips off and falls down to the ground and just kind of looks at you sideways.
I'm gonna pick it up like a baby. Okay, let's go.
too funny.
Yeah, no. So, I would assume that Adelia lets them know about what she saw, and that we should probably head set up camp about 250 yards away from the castle. Keep everything quiet.
Before we actually make camp for the evening, what time of day is it?
So at this point, by the time she was able to see the castle in the distance there, the sun is just about beneath the horizon. Like it's getting dark. Dark vision is likely kicked in by now, and Leon, you're struggling to see without any
Yeah.
sort of light.
I can do. I know I was gone during this discussion, but I can do Song of Rest, which gives us. Hang on, sorry, I have to get back to it. Friendly creatures who can hear your performance regain hit points at the end of the short rest by spending one or more hit dice. Each creature regains 1d6. Is that what we need, or is need to get back your features stuff?
Oh no, I just needed to have a short rest, and like I said, we're probably going to be starting a long rest.
Okay.
So,
Before we bunk down for the evening, I would very much so like to get a closer look at this castle if I could scout ahead a little bit. Perhaps
well,
Adelia might be willing to join.
well, I'm pretty sure I speak for myself, but I don't think I'll be much help considering sons. I'll just keep an eye on you. Don't get yourself into any trouble, right?
You're breaking out.
Yeah, no, he's just more or less talking to himself. Don't worry about it.
All right, Adelia's just gonna pat him comfortingly on the shoulder, just like, stay at camp with Myra.
Will do.
You know, we should just send you in after you have rest, because you like took it down those ogres. That was crazy.
It ain't the first time I fought those before, so knew right
Disguised
where to
pep
put the
talks.
swords. Wait,
Well,
what?
What?
Go ahead.
Nothing. Adelia's gonna look at Quillen like, are you ready to go?
I would have already started walking off, getting bored with the conversation.
Sildar just calls out to you, be careful. If you find any sign of Gundren, make sure we're all together before you do anything.
I'll try not to do anything stupid. Again.
I'd like to. How does Sildar feel about Gundren right now?
Make a perception check.
$19.
Worried. He's worried. He's
Worried.
anxious, knowing that we're nearby the castle, and he's just worried about his friend.
Okay.
All right. About a half mile, Quellen, to answer your question.
So, I suppose there's probably no way to approach the castle any closer while staying within.
There would not be, no. You would have to venture out into the open plain area surrounding the castle. But like I said, at this point in time, your dark vision's kicked in, so it is dark. So you would have the cover of night, but of course it is your choice.
And I wanted to ask, you said earlier it was clear skies. The sky still clear?
Sky is still clear. It's a half moon. It's starting to rise higher into the sky. Yep. Nice calm evening, no breeze, just a calm evening. Almost like
And
the calm before the storm.
leading up to this castle, are there any perfunctory walls or hills or any natural cover that I could, juke to?
No, this is truly just a open plain. Like surrounding the castle. It's an odd place to seem to put a castle, but no, it's purely open field.
Is the only light coming from inside the castle? There's no like lights around it outside or anything?
Correct. It's only coming from inside. That's from what you can tell from here.
Adelia, I believe we should keep watch first, see if there are any patrols. Should we stay together or just to watch either side of the castle and reconvene later?
Stay together. Knowing our luck, we'd end up running into one of them.
All right, so we're approaching from the south. What can I see of the castle itself? Like, do I see any like? You said there were like windows or something. Do I see like any obvious gates or like a moat?
Nope, no moat, no gates, anything like that. But from coming from the south side, you can see like eventually in the plain there's like a little trail that leads right up into that southern part of the castle. From if you haven't moved any closer from that half mile, you can't make anything else other than that you see with your dark vision. You can see a trail that starts to. So I should say you can see a trail that is forming that seems to head towards the castle, but you can only see about 60 feet in front of you. You see the lights in the distance, right? But your dark vision doesn't give you anything more than that.
All right. And this is just out of game question asking. Do I know goblins? Do they have dark?
Make a history check.
Drat. Okay. Wow. 19 plus 3, so
Yes, you know that goblins and hobgoblins have dark vision.
this is me, the player. I'm not sure I know what a hobgoblin is, but I'm sure Quillen does. Okay, I would suggest to Adelia that we look for any signs of torches for at least 20 to 30 minutes before moving closer towards.
Sounds good.
Is this another one of your abilities, Adelia?
Hell
Yep.
yeah, it is.
I like that you just messaged it instead of saying, hey, hey, hey. Gain dark vision out to a range of 60 feet plus 30. So you can see 90 feet. Again, it's a half mile. You're not seeing much. You see a trail, but you can't see anything else on the castle except for the walls that have the windows that have the light coming through. Which is of course obviously extended because the light. See it. Anyway. Okay, well noted for your ability there.
So we're gonna just wait, I guess, around 30 minutes or so, and just see if we see any torches indicating it.
Okay, you guys kind of sit, wait. You see coming around from what appears to be the east side of the wall a source of light. From this distance, you can't make out how many sources there are, but you just see a source of light that seems to be quite the distance from the window source of light. But again, from here, you only have 60 and 90 feet of dark vision, respectively, and you're still a half mile away.
Is it moving towards the castle or away from the castle?
It is moving what looks to be around the castle. It's coming out from the east. Looks like it's like walking in front of you, even though it's not in front of you, right? Like in front of you from a half mile distance. And then it seems to be disappearing around the west side as well.
So moving counterclockwise.
Clockwise. You said you're coming from the south. East.
Yeah, so east to south to west.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, clockwise. I always get those backwards. All right, so it's moving clockwise. So I would suggest to Adelia, because I presume she's told me sometime in our travels about her umbral sight. I would ask that she actually. No, come on, man. All right, well, let's move forward together. I'm going to have Quills kind of flying and be about 70, 80 or so feet ahead of us, keeping watch as well. And I've given him a simple command to ping me if he sees something appearing to approach us.
Okay. And
Actually, sorry, since technically it says that any creature that relies on dark vision to see me in the darkness, can Quellen even see me right now?
so technically, if we're being literal to the rules, no, Quellen couldn't see you, but it is your ability, and I would presume you would allow your friend to see you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Your
right next
choice,
to
of
him. He
course.
should be able to see me.
It's your choice, of course.
Well, I would say that with the moon being a half moon, she's close enough to me that I should be able to see her without using dark vision.
No, I would agree. She's right. Like it doesn't specify in the umbral site, right? Like what distance is, but no, it would logically make sense that if she's right next to you, you can see her. She's not truly invisible.
I just thought it'd be funny. Otherwise, I could just
Oh, no,
spin
I
out of
agree.
invisibility.
I agree. All right, so you guys are gonna approach the castle closer to do some scouting then?
If Adelia's cool with that, yeah, I'd like to move closer as I see the patrol pass and exit off towards the west. I would want to move up and get a closer look.
Okay. So you guys move up. It's gonna take you a minute, right? You're moving. I'm assuming you're moving more quietly because you're trying to be sneaky, and it's a half mile, not a quick walk. So you guys go. I'd say it probably takes you an hour to get within any kind of discernible distance from the castle to start making things out. And because your dark vision is 90 and 60 feet, you have to get pretty darn close.
All right. Well,
So,
about 150 feet out, I'd like to stop there and take a closer look and see what I can see as far as the light.
okay. So with the moonlight, right, being what it is, because it's a half moon, which isn't the brightest, but it's still kind of bright, even from 120 feet, even though you can theoretically see clear gray colors from 60 feet, you can still make out the silhouette of the castle. What are you trying to glean? You see too when you're coming from the south, right? You followed this trail basically.
Yeah, just straight from the south, just due south of the castle. I'm just looking at the castle wall in front of me, seeing any features, any entry points, any kind of obvious paths.
Okay, one moment. Gotta do some stuff here. Give me a second. All right. Just to give you guys now, Myra and everyone, you guys are gonna see this too, but remember that there's the two of them are nearby. So I can't put you out any further just because of the map, but you two are so these are 5-foot squares. So from the edge of the map, like this is 15, 10 feet, 45. So you two are like from here, like 100 feet back or something like that.
All right.
Oh,
I
good
would
lord.
send my familiar Quills to get a closer look around 80 feet or so, staying in the air, and I would warg into him to see what I could see.
So are you have them flying around the castle then?
Not all the way around the castle, just within around 80 feet in front of us, just to get a closer look at this entry to the right, and also kind of wanted to work his way around this tower so I can see if there's anything on that side.
All right, let me get him over here. Sorry. I spent a lot of time getting ready for this, and the one thing I forgot was to do a freaking owl thing. Let's see here. Test site. Copy. Just moving your token over. I apologize for the delay.
Am I supposed to be seeing just a black screen?
Yep. Can't see anything right now. I don't have your tokens over here, but I had to move these two over here so they could see what they can see right now. There you go. There's your token. Feel free to move him where it is you were wanting to move him and whatnot.
Yeah, so having him be around 80 feet or so in front and about 10 or 15 feet off the ground, I was just going to have him fly around the south area, seeing what he could see, and then also having him fly around the western side to see if he could see anything around this tower.
Okay. So as he flies around, and I'm assuming you're warged into him, like you said.
Yeah, I warged into him.
You see. So from here, you can see like this, what looks like to be like a southern tower. It's got some what appear to be like arrow slits here. When you come into this, he can kind of see inside of it. Do you want him to get close enough to discern if he sees anything in there, or is this just kind of a, okay, I see these arrow slits, keep going?
Nah, this is just scouting. I don't want him to get close enough to get seen and get shot, so he's just kind of doing a little flyby, look at the tower, just see what he can see and see if there's any obvious entryways or anything that we
Sure.
may.
Are you gonna move? Is he gonna go up here and keep going towards the northern part here? Because he sees this big tower. He can see from here. Let me see what he's. From here, he can see about see like that it goes up about 10 feet. Like you can see. How do I describe this with roll 20? So he sees. Well, he's way up, right? But the way I can't do it because of the token. So I'm just gonna have to move him. So give me a second here. Going up 80 feet, what he sees is around here, right? You can see this, correct, Quellen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. He sees this little platform area that is able to, that you're able to get up these stairs here on. The dynamic lighting is a little screwy. You get up on the stairs here to get up in here, and you see that the door is kicked down and broken and leads inside as he kind of strafes by here. And then he sees this northern tower as well, which has another arrow slit that you see here. Again, unless he looks into it, he won't see anything. Just driving by. He sees that part of this tower has crumbled, but not enough to get into, from what you can tell. And then, does he keep going around the castle?
I presume it's more than 100 feet off from where we are, so I wouldn't be able to see what he sees at this point.
Yep. Let me go ahead and measure that distance real quick. Is here. That's 8.
Remember, we're about 60, 70 feet back
You are
from
90 feet away, so you're just on the edge of your ability to warg him.
All right. Well, I would go ahead and release it at that point.
Okay. And do you just tell him to keep going or come back?
I would have him come back.
Okay.
And Adelia has a good question, and I don't know the answer to that. What does Adelia see about me when I'm warging into Quill?
Oh, straight up like it was in Game of Thrones. White eyes, like, like, you look kind of creepy. And giving her concerns about the fact with your whole suicide thing, this is strangely making her feel even more concerned.
Oh yeah, she's like, really kind of internally freaking out because she's trying not to make any noises, but she's like, kind of like poking at Quellen and be like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, Quellen senses nothing while he's warged, so yeah, you're just dealing with a standing corpse.
As you two are going here, bear with me just a moment.
Also, I'd say she wouldn't leave him standing if he wasn't responding. She would make him, she would, kick out the back of the knees, make him get low to the ground in case anyone came by.
As you guys are standing here and you just get Quill's back to you, you see You see a torchlight come around the corner. You're still too far away and can't quite make out what it is. Well, actually, Adelia, you can. Cullen, you cannot. Adelia, you look to your right as you see that light just come around the corner here, and you see a patrol of what looks to be 3 hobgoblins. You see these kind of more humanoid shaped, like furish face looking creatures. They've got like man buns in the back. They're wearing chainmail. They
Frickin'
have
samurai.
shields. They're not samurais. They have chainmail on, shields. They're carrying long swords in their hands. One of them has a bow out, and they're just kind of scanning. Another one has a sword and has no shield. He's just carrying a sword. And this is just a little patrol, and they are heading your way. What are you doing? You have a moment to decide.
Yeah, so as soon as she sees this, Quellen's sight suddenly comes back and he comes to and he notices the torchlight.
What are you guys doing? They are starting to move towards you. They are just out of range. They can't quite see you yet.
How far away from the castle are they?
They're right
Stealth
up.
moving.
They're right up on the castle. Like oh, you
Then
can't.
we're still like
kn-
100 feet back from the
I'm
castle.
sorry, Adelia. I need to modify your token. 1 second. Then it'll make sense. 90. Save. There you go.
Yeah, if they're just patrolling the walls, we're not actually that close. That's just where you had to put us on the map.
Oh yeah. See, look at that. I even forgot my own shit. All right. Either way, you still see them coming. Now you guys are still back like 50, 60 feet. No, we said 100 feet. Help me remember here.
I would have moved close enough so that Quills could have seen the western gate, but then that would have been about 50, 60-ish feet away from the wall.
Okay. Well, fair enough. So you guys aren't actually here, but you see them, just for the sake of I can move these and you can see them. They're just patrolling. They're patrolling just the edge of the castle.
I would drop prone.
Okay. You guys are far back enough away that as they start to come through, and Adelia, your ability already has you hiding. You drop prone, so just make a stealth check for me.
I was gonna know, I said earlier I made Quellen get down when he stopped responding, so we were both actually already either, down or prone already.
Right, and that was a 26 stealth.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't catch that, Adelia. Okay. They walk kind of right on by where you would think they'd be able to see you. They keep going. They didn't see anything. What are you guys doing?
I would speak to Adelia via message. I would point my finger at her, and I would say, what I just did there was see through Quill's eyes. When I do such, I do not have access to my own senses, but I believe I've seen enough. There seems to be a simple patrol of 3 guards and an entryway to the south and to the west. Again, I always confuse those. I say we make back towards the group and let them know what we found.
When he explains that he has no access to his senses, she's going to smack him in the shoulder and glare at him because he did not tell her this was going to happen before he just went and did this.
Again, I apologize, Adelia. I'm used to being alone.
But she nods. She agrees that we should head back and report what we see.
All right, you guys head back. Takes you another hour or so because I'm assuming you're still quiet about it. It's starting to get late, like 9 o'clock, 9:30, and you guys roll up. Do you guys in the camp, have you set up a fire, or are you just being like
No,
hard
we have
roughing
not
it?
set up a fire.
Roughing
We
it
have not
good?
set up a fire.
Okay.
Yep.
Has been asleep. I am sleeping as much as I can.
Myra is
Yeah, no.
out.
Yeah, no. Because the no fire, Leon would have put an extra. But yeah, no. Leon was waiting for them to get back.
And how is Leon seeing again without the fire?
He's not. He's just has his back up against and that's that.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to
Oh
clarify
my
that.
god, nope, nope, nope. I'm totally gonna scare him.
Because he does have his hands on his.
All right. You guys approach, right? As as you guys approach, um, you you guys see Leon just kind of sitting there, eyes wide, right? Pupils dilated to hell because he can't see fucking 2 feet in front of him. But yeah, you guys approach.
Message to Leon. I would just simply say, we're back. It's just us. Don't attack.
Adalia, are you gonna try and sneak in to scare him?
Well, Adalia technically wouldn't do it intentionally. She would come up and not remember that she's crazy stealthy in the dark and, like, put a hand on Leon's shoulder or something.
Okay. As you walk up, Leon, you
Did
actually.
that happen at the same time as the message?
It happens. I would say it happened. Well, I won't say anything. Quellen, when did you send that? Like just before you guys were arriving at camp, or like right as you got there?
Well, I would have to have had seen him with my dark vision to know he was there. So my dark vision is 60 feet. So when I was 60 feet out and I
Okay.
saw him looking anxious.
Yep. So you get that message, and just at that same time, you can kind of hear their footsteps, just their light footsteps as they move quietly. So you do actually
All right.
know that they're there, but it gives you a startle because it was like silence, dead silence, maybe a little tiny snore from Myra, but and Sildar, who is also asleep, by the way.
Yeah.
But it was silent, and then all of a sudden you hear like some shuffling noises with their feet, and you're like, oh shit, oh okay, and you get the message at the same time, freaking you the hell out.
Guys, that's you, right? That's not you just messing with me, Quillen? As he says out loud.
Yeah, I wouldn't respond to that. I would instead just continue walking towards the camp.
So you hear nothing, you just hear the footsteps getting closer.
All right. I'm gonna get up and I grab my sword, I grab my dagger, and I hold them out, just kind of waiting, listening to the sounds.
Message again to Leon, seeing this. Put the weapons away, moron. It's us, like I said.
Well, then when I say, is it you? Say it out loud. I don't know where the fuck you are with this magic shit.
I say out loud to Adelia. He doesn't get it. We're back.
Yeah,
Just
and I
kinda
can't see.
shrugs.
I can't see past my own damn nose. So when you don't respond and I don't hear your actual voice, I don't know it's you. Shit, guys.
Who else do you know that can speak mind, Leon?
To be honest, thinking back, probably a lot of people.
That's very interesting. Something we'll have to discuss at a later time. Sildar, are you still awake?
Nah, he's asleep. Same with Myra.
You look over, and Sildar is very much asleep.
Well, Leon, we can
This would
debrief
have
the rest
woken
of
me,
them.
and I want to cast Detect Thoughts.
Wait, what?
Just to see what just to see this spell. I wanted to cast. Oh, never mind. I'll still be asleep. Sorry for interrupting.
No, you're fine. If you want to wake up and do it, let's do it. I just was like, wait, what? I thought you were sleeping.
No, it's okay. They kind of speak their minds anyways. So
Okay, fair enough.
Leon, we can debrief the others in the morning, but I can go ahead and let you know. There appears to be a patrol of 3 hobgoblins patrolling the castle wall about once every, what would you say, Adelia, about 45 minutes or so?
She nods and is kind of like, yeah.
And they just walk around the castle walls.
Yes, they appear to be much more well armed than your regular goblin. These were wearing shields, long swords, heavy armor. They appear to be much more formidable than your run of the mill goblin, but they're patrolling the grounds, 3 of them, like I said. Other than that, we did not see any other guards. The gatehouse to the west, it's actually just an open doorway that's been broken down. If not for the hobgoblins' patrol, I would say the castle has been attacked at some point and perhaps abandoned, but clearly they're still guarding something. There is also a southern entry point. We did not approach the castle close enough to see a doorway there, though.
Well, if they're better armed than regular goblins, that's good. Because he already thought this was going to be easy. In the long run, though, I think we with that something interesting. Yeah, no, that's good. I'm glad you guys didn't get too close.
Adelia, is there anything you would like to add before we make camp for the evening?
No.
And Leon, as Adelia pointed out, perhaps I should warn you. I have the ability to see through Quill's eyes what he hears. And when I do so, I am actually gone from my own body. I cannot sense my own senses. So if you see me in that state, just know that I'm with Quills, and I'll be back.
Well, I'll make note of it. For sure.
And perhaps make sure that no one stabs me while I'm gone.
I'll be sure to do that myself.
Watch
If
me
necessary.
or stab me.
That depends on you. Keep fucking with me with that magic shit, might be either or. He says that as a joke.
I know where you sleep, Leon.
Yeah.
He says that as a joke. All right. So that's about it as far as what I got so far.
All right.
All right.
Everybody retiring for the evening?
Actually, I do know Adelia is going to want to pull Quellen aside and make him tell her everything he can do, and she'll share what she can do so they no longer surprise each other anymore.
I share my character sheet with Adelia.
Oh, damn.
Just pull it out of the pack, like, yep, these are my stats.
These are my stats. What are stats?
All right. No, I would not tell her about my ability to do Thieves' Cant. That's something I'm definitely holding up the sleeve, but I would definitely let her know about all my arcane trickster stuff like the Mage Hand, Ledger Domain, the ability to cast Sleep, the ability to disguise self, which she's already seen, that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, Leon would have gone to sleep. Now he doesn't to stay up anymore.
And what do you share, Adelia? Because I can't share your character sheets.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've pretty much pointed everything out. She does share that she can also do disguise self. That she can see farther in the dark. Bunch of basically, she doesn't have really anything to hide. She just wants him to know everything she can do, so that if she ever disappears or something in the darkness, or manages to hide behind 2 twigs because of her Mask of the Wild, that he'll know.
If I ever lose sight of you, Adelia, I'll be sure to send a message in your general direction. Do be so kind as to respond if I do.
It's a deal.
And with that, we'll all retire for the evening.
Leon would have made a note to tell Quellen to make sure everyone was up before dawn. He has an idea.
Yeah, with my 4-hour trance bullshit, I would definitely take first watch, and I would be mostly keeping an eye on the castle while also watching over the camp. And yeah, that's what I'm. I would also be sure to get an accurate timeline on how often that patrol makes its way around.
Okay. Brooke or Myra, you're sleeping. Oh, well, you'll take a watch. Excuse me. I'm sorry. All right. So you guys retire for the evening. As you're watching, because I'm assuming you're taking the first watch since you only need the 4 hours. Correct, Quellen?
Yes.
Okay. You take the watch. You watch. Pretty much that's all you do. You realize that your initial assessment of about every 45 minutes or so, you see that patrol make its way around, consistently just moving, doing their thing. So
Yeah, no,
Sorry, how often was
Leon.
that?
45 minutes.
All right, perfect.
And that's 45 minutes. Yeah. So you do it for about 4 hours or so. You start to feel like if I don't trance it up a little bit, I'm not gonna feel that great in the morning. And at about that point, you wake somebody up.
Yeah, at
Yeah, Leon's
around
useless without the campfire, so best not to even bother him.
Yeah, I was gonna say at around midnight or around 1 o'clock or so, I would have gone and woken someone else to take watch and go into my trance. That way, I can get up promptly at 5 a.m. and wake.
Okay. You go to bed. Brooke, God, Myra, you're also watching kind of the castle-like area, or
Yeah, just general lookout, making sure that we are all safe.
you're able to somewhat make that same assessment, because I would imagine that Myra's not as serious about it as Quellen might be. Um, but you managed to make that same assessment that about 45 minutes you see them kind of come around the side of the castle. You can't see, but you can see the lights and everything. Eventually, the lights in the castle kind of go out, and it's just pitch darkness. And then every now and then you see that light moving around the outside of the castle. Um, as it starts to get closer to like 3, 4 in the morning, 5, and you can just start to see the just tiniest rays of light as morning is coming. Fallen relieves you so you can get a few more minutes of sleep, or another hour, 2 hours of sleep or so you can feel a little more rested. And when he gets back, we'll pick up where he's at. Um, but as those like rays of light were kind of just starting to show, you realized been about an hour and 15 minutes, it feels like, and you haven't seen that patrol.
Pretty sure Leon would have been started getting up at this point, no?
Also, Adelia tends to wake up with the dawn.
Okay, well, it's not quite dawn yet. Just like that very, very early, like, ooh, is that the sun? You guys will be up in an hour or two, but you won't be up during this exchange.
So I'm back, and who's keeping watch?
So Myra did her share of the watch, and about 3, 4 hours later, you relieve her as like just the tiniest amounts of light from the sun are starting to look like they're in the sky. You know, it's that it's like it's not dawn, but it's like just before dawn, like that before dawn like light that you can see. Um, you relieve her, and she had noticed that the patrol had not been around for about an hour or so.
Myra. So, did you see anything interesting?
Yeah, the patrol that you told me to watch, they haven't been around for about an hour or so.
You've seen no sign of their torch, you mean?
Yeah, no sign.
Did you notice what time the lights in the castle went down?
What time did the lights in the castle go down again?
Well, you gather that it was a couple hours ago or so.
An hour, a couple hours ago.
You obviously don't know exactly what time it is because, well,
It's nighttime.
nobody's got watches.
Nobody ever watches. When the full moon was about right there. Or the moon was about right there.
All right. I really don't know what to make of that information. I would go ahead and make sure that everyone's had their full night's rest and go ahead and wake them up as Leon requested. Leon specifically requested I wake him up early, so I would wake him up.
And everybody does get their long rest, so feel free to mark that on your character sheets, please, and reset everything. The rays of the sun start up. It's like, oh, clear. Oh, damn, it's almost dawn. It's dawn.
Right.
You wake
As
them up.
dawn is kicking up and everyone's awake, I bring him close and I'll be like, okay. So I have an idea to start this off. If you guys are interested in a real quick idea.
Sildar
Go
just
ahead.
kind of looking groggy. He's like, go ahead, Leon.
Alright,
Dahlia
so-
is actually going to remember that this path actually had a few hobgoblins take it, so she's going to wonder if maybe that patrol is what came through.
No, what I'm thinking about doing is about 100 yards tree line is setting up a campfire. And then smolder it so that there's smoke rising. Hoping they'll see the smoke and we can try and ambush the scouting party. You said they come out pretty free, right?
That actually does not sound like a terrible idea, Leon.
Yeah, no, and I'm pretty useless when it comes to range. Like, yeah, I can use a bow, but I don't think we have extra. So I'll be laying down next to the campfire so that if anything comes close to me, I'll be ready to attack. Just everyone else just kind of, get your tricks and stuff, like your arrows and your bows and everything like that, ready in case anything comes at me. You know what I mean?
I could also charm one, and we could ask it questions, maybe have them take us in do like disguises. I assume we still have our red brown cloaks.
Well, I mean, I
And
still have mine.
and
But I
I
mean,
can turn
for
invisible.
Sildar, you can have my red cloak if it comes to that, to pretend to be a red brand. And Leon, you still have that black band.
yeah, I still got it.
I would assume that they, or at least someone, has seen Sildar's face. Maybe give him that bandana so he can't be recognized.
Nah, for sure. But first things first, are
Sildar
we
pipes
wanting?
up. He says, thank you for letting me use the cloak, but have any of you considered? Didn't you guys told him about Droop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any of you considered that goblin came back here and warned them?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I think that Goblin was on foot and by himself. So, sure, probably if he made the trip all night, just barely getting to town, but we would have beaten him here, is what I'm saying. And a goblin on his lonesome don't last very long.
You never know.
Nah, you're right. You never know, but the chances are
I
very
agree with
slim.
Sildar, Leon. I believe that we should go in assuming that Droop has made it back, assume the worst, and we'll prepare. The
Well, I think the best course of action might take a bit, but is ambush the scouting and then ambush the second party that goes searching for the ambush. At least that way we thin out a majority of the numbers before we even think about setting foot in.
I definitely agree with this plan. I agree that we should try to draw them out, and a smoldering fire seemed as good as any. But if you're actually going to be at the fire, why don't we just actually build an actual?
No, but the thing is, I wanted like they would camp there, and I want them to investigate, like a fire that's been on all night, kind of deal. Does that make sense?
It sounds okay to me. Adelia, Myra, what do you make of all this?
Well, Colin, you have a bow too. We could take the high ground in the trees. Put Sildar behind a tree whenever they come, then you and I could shoot down from above to distract them, and we pretty much would just eviscerate them.
Eviscerate them.
And you all know I'm ready for a fight, so always ready for a fight. So, like I said, I don't mind being the body fire that be shooting at. I'll make myself a small enough target that it'll be difficult for them at the very least.
Then let us build a fire and see what trouble may come.
Well, um, so yeah, no. As soon as as soon as Leon can start seeing, pretty be that much. I'm together with Delia, pick out a spot, like I said, about 100 yards away from the tree line, in a small little clearing, and build up a quick fire. Light it, and basically light it not to burn, but to smoke really good. So a lot of tinder and brush instead of.
Actually, green sticks make more smoke.
All right, yeah, no, whatever makes the most smoke.
Okay. So are you doing this, Adelia, or is this just going to be Leon? And I'm asking because there will be a check to succeed.
No, like I said, I would have been working with Adelia to make this work the best.
Okay.
So I'll
Someone
give her
make
advantage on her.
All right, survival, please. Yeah, survival. Survival makes sense.
I will do it, Leon, because I have so much.
I'm giving you advantage. Me and you are working together on.
18.
18. So you guys managed to start putting it together, gathering the green leaves. Get it green leaves, green wood, green anything really, stuff that's green, because that's kind of what causes it to smolder a little more, I guess. You grab it, you pile it up, you manage to take out a tinder box, because I believe amongst you all, someone has a tinder box.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks
And
for going.
then I'll
You
set
guys
up
successfully manage to set the fire. It burns for a little bit, and that kind of like that white smoke starts to get really heavy and start rising. As it starts to get like, I don't know, 30 feet in the air, you see it start to move. There's a breeze up there in that area of the sky, kind of pushing the smoke. And what are you guys doing after you've done that?
once we're satisfied with the amount of smoke to show that there's a campfire close by, I'll set up a cot. I'll set up a bed close to the fire. I'll go ahead and tell everyone to get into their positions wherever they feel comfortable being. I'm gonna take out my sword, take out my dagger, and I'm gonna lay down with them like held against my chest, ready to attack anything that gets close to me. As I put the blanket over, just kind of like you know how when you put the blanket all the way up to your like your nose, kind of deal. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So you guys get into position, and you wait.
I would cast minor illusion about 30 feet away, the image of a 5-foot rock, basically a stone, providing cover for Sildar, and I would instruct him to, use it as fake cover.
Okay. So you'll have to recast it every minute. It only lasts for 60 seconds.
All right. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So, anyone else? Anyone else doing anything other than just hiding?
Just moving up into a tree, but she's gonna ready an action. She's gonna pull out her bow, and as soon as she sees one of like the hobgoblins or anything that looks like a patrol, she's gonna murder.
Well, I mean, I would say our Leon would have mentioned to everybody, wait until they're in the camp, and we have them surrounded before you do anything. Don't just shoot them
Okay.
as.
If you're gonna climb up the tree,
I
Adelia,
revise.
I do just need you to make an acrobatics check to get up there.
16.
Okay, you successfully, no problem, hop up there. Myra, were you? Afraid I wasn't sure where you're at.
I'm gonna hide like in a bush and do minor illusion around myself to try to kind of cover me more, and have my rapier out and ready.
Okay. So like I told Quellen, you'll have to cast it every minute.
Yep.
If you want to maintain it. So, all right, you guys are in position. You cast your spells. You begin to cast them every 60 seconds. You've got Quills on the lookout for any movement coming from the castle, and you wait. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour. It's been an hour. Do you do anything? You've seen nothing. Quills has seen nothing.
Guys, I think we should just go up to the castle.
Hell. Oh, you said they patrolled every 45 minutes or so.
Well, that was during the night, wasn't it? Maybe they're not concerned. Maybe they already know.
What's interesting is that perhaps they are not watching the south. Perhaps they haven't seen the smoke, or if they have seen the smoke, perhaps they're expecting. And if they did see the smoke and they weren't expecting us, then they certainly are now.
Oh, shit. I guess that doesn't leave us much of an option then, does it?
I dropped my minor illusion.
Me too. And let's just go in. I say let's just go get our dwarf.
To be honest, I think that's the only option we have. They picked a good spot to do it. There ain't no sneaking in midday, so just through the southern door.
As I mentioned, the western door is wide open, smashed open. Seems to be irreparable. They may be expecting an assault from that point. There was another door to the south. I was not able to scout the east side and the north side before we had to leave to not get caught by the patrol. Perhaps we should check around those sides to see what we see.
All right then. Well, you only live once, as they say. Might as well start getting this done with. Leon rolls up his blankets in his pack and is like, "Whenever you're ready."
So are you guys gonna head in then from that south to take that same area that you took before? Just come in due south, heading due north, obviously.
I would have suggested to the group that we make our way around towards the west so we can kind of that open doorway to see if we can see anything coming out of it as we make our way further towards the north, so I could get a better look on that side of the castle.
Yeah, Leon would just kind of like defer to them, whatever they think is best.
As you guys, so okay, you guys head out. Everyone's good with that?
Yep.
Okay. You guys head out and you start off coming out from the southern part of the area, right? Knowing that this is somewhat familiar to you. Again, it's flat land. It's there's not like forest. There's enough hills that you don't have to worry too much about hiding until you get a little closer to the castle and being a little more sneaky. Um, at night it was difficult to kind of discern that a little bit, but either way, you guys start heading south. As you're getting closer, I'd say like a quarter mile, you decide to start shifting so that way you're heading more in a western direction. Um, as you get closer, nothing's happening. You're not getting shot at or anything like that. As you begin to move in that western direction, and you start to get a slightly better view of the other side of this castle. You can see in the distance. You get a ping. You get a ping from Quellen.
As we're walking, we're about, you said, a quarter mile away from the castle.
Yeah.
Pardon me a moment, friends, and I would warg into Quills.
You can see, and I'm going to move everybody over to the map now. Again, you guys aren't this close, but I'm just going to move you to the map. I get the other tokens so Myra and Leon can see. So you're not right here. Your tokens are here right now. So, okay. You guys are all here, right? Yep, players. Okay. He's like what? A solid Solid, pretty high in the air, right? I'm not gonna worry about diagonals of is this really diagonally 100 feet when I'm trying to calculate how high he is in the air. But he's a ways enough up that you warg in and he looks down and you can see. I'm gonna move him here, but he's in the air right now. You can see on that that entrance with the door down, you see 6 creatures. Can make them out. Just trying to move them here. See a couple of creatures clad in armor. A couple of creatures, wolves. You can definitely tell dog-looking creatures. And you see a couple of those same-looking creatures guarding. You see 2 of the same creature guarding the door, and 1 of the same creature guarding the steps up into this little plateau to enter into the castle door.
Okay.
You guys are
But
just about to kind of come around where like the point of vision with this tower is, that if you come around, they're likely going to spot you.
I
Hence the
would
ping.
drop the warg and I would say, stop. There is a large contingent guarding the western entrance. It appears to be a couple of wolves and at least 3, maybe 4 hobgoblins.
You guys are probably a
Huh.
solid. Well, you're a quarter mile, so you're still like 1,000 feet or so away. Like a quarter mile is quite a distance.
I say we check out this southern entrance and see if we can make our way up that way and see if we can see anything up.
Yeah, let's.
Okay. Are you guys still moving at a regular pace, or are you going to be sneaky now that you're getting closer?
Sneaky.
All right. Let's do stealth checks. Everybody roll a stealth check, please.
With disadvantage. Okay, 13. I was hoping that 13 would be it. I got a 9.
15.
I got a 9 as well.
21.
The hunter. Okay. All right. So as you guys kind of slowly approach, still nothing, right? From what you guys can see here, you're now all close enough to see it. You can see what looks like arrow slits here, here, here. See arrow slits here as well. There you go, just revealing it for you. As you guys come up, you can see that the path leads into these steps here that go up. For the purposes of, so I don't have to worry about figuring out where your tokens are outside of the map, you've all gotten close enough. I'm going to put Quills over here for now, unless you have him with you.
I would have him keeping an eye on the western side to see if anybody's going to come around that.
Okay, so he's kind of in the air, like patrolling back and forth. All right, and he's still keeping an eye on them, and they haven't quite noticed him, but they're just kind of they're still standing guard everybody up here. So
I would actually have him fly to the top of this southern tower and just kind of keep an eye out to look. So he's not flying around; he's just kind of perched at the top.
okay, he's perched at the top of the tower. I'm not gonna put him on the tower because it'll reveal stuff beyond it. So, but we will. I'll make note of that. So you guys kind of approach, and you guys are at this bottom portion here of castle. What are you doing? Stealth checks have been noted.
I'm going to just go ahead and look up at the.
As you approach, you can tell that from the ground up to at least the slit is about 10 feet.
Yeah, Quill's already got a pretty good look inside flying by, so I'm just going to walk up and see if I can see up what's at the top.
You look up, and I have to move your token. You look up, you see that it goes up and then it seems to flatten out.
Not seeing anything. I'll go ahead and walk up the stairs and see what I see.
Yeah, no, Leon would stay pretty like 10 feet away from.
As you come up the stairs, okay, Leon, you can get in there. As you come to the top of the stairs, you see about 20-foot like hallway, if you will. It's not a hallway, but on the left hand at the end here, you see a door. It is on the south side of this old castle. I just realized there was a spot I could have read this off to you, and I'm sorry. On the south side of the castle, you see this overgrown path that leads to the passage that climbs up into the wall. You see a large iron door that stands there on the left, your left, and it's sheltered from direct outside attack. And then, like I said before, you see those arrow slits that are about 10 feet above the ground that overlook where everybody is right now. But so far, nothing has happened.
Where I am right now, I guess I'm fairly close to that arrow slit because you said it's about 10 feet off the ground, and I just walked up some stairs. Am I like within, say, 5, 10?
So as you get to the top of the stairs and kind of level out here, you would now be considered, you're up about 6 feet or so. The slits are still about 4 feet up on the wall.
All right, at the top of the stairs, I'm just going to go ahead and do a straight check to see if I can hear anything from that window at this.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Nat 20.
Ooh, good roll, good roll.
Technically +6, so 26.
Yeah, you're good. You can kind of hear like, let me read it here. You hear like the occasional sound of and clatter of like crockeries and angry goblins arguing over whether the dishes need cleaning. Being that you speak goblin, you know that that's what they're arguing about. It's just a bunch of chitter chatter amongst what sounds like quite a number of goblins. And they're just kind of arguing with one another. One of them kind of yells out like, "Shut up! Somebody needs to fucking do it, and I don't want to hear anything about it. Somebody do it. It ain't gonna be me. I'm the leader here." I don't feel like doing my own voice. Sorry.
That's fine. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and try something a little crazy. I'm just going to go ahead and warg into Quills and have him land briefly on the nearest arrow slit to see if he can take a quick peek inside before flying off, just to see if I can get a general idea of how many we're dealing with there.
Okay. Want him to do this stealthily?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Have him make a stealth check. So his stealth is a d20 plus 3.
16.
16. Okay. Goes in. Flying, right? Comes down into the arrow slit. There, it's just wide enough for his tiny little body. He lands, turns his head and looks. And you've warged in?
Yeah.
For the briefest second, sees goblins. For the briefest second, he sits down. He sits down there. He gets a quick gander of about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goblins. Can't quite see any further without going in further.
And then flies off.
And then he flies off. As he flies off, it almost looks like a goblin attention was grabbed. But you, Quellen, and you guys, while sitting out there, nothing. All right. What are you doing?
Well, if the rest of the guys aren't really going to want to do anything, I'm going to go up and take a gander at this door. Do the whole see if it's trapped, see if it's what I.
In that case, Myra, you do manage to pick up a few stones. You know, there's stones around, nothing crazy, not like big boulders or anything, but you find a handful of stones and you put them in your pocket. Adelia,
Sticking.
what's everybody doing? So, Quellen, you're gonna do what you just said. What about everybody else?
Yeah, no, Leon's just backing him up.
Quellen,
I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
all right, you are considered invisible. Ninja. You just kind of quietly you say the verbal components of this spell and everything, and you just like shimmer out of existence.
A pink shimmer.
Pink shimmer, of course.
Okay, and then I want to. So I can't get by them. I'll just wait my turn. I'll just wait.
Quellen, go ahead. Sildar's just kind of following sort of behind Liam, but not like right up on his butt or anything. So, Quellen,
Yeah, just moving up to the door, and I want to go ahead and check it for, see if it's trapped or anything, and then also see if I can perceive anything beyond.
perception investigation.
Perception's going to be 15. Investigation is 4.
Okay. You detect no traps. You can tell that again. It's an iron door. You can tell that it's locked. No traps, and you hear nothing on the other side outside of just the noises from the goblins in the what appeared to be a kitchen-like area.
Having heard nothing, I'll go ahead and attempt lockpick.
Do you have thieves' tools?
Yep.
Go ahead and make a dexterity check, and if you're proficient, add that proficiency modifier.
Dexterity +3, proficiency +2, 20.
What was that? You cut out.
It's a total of 20.
20. Kind of fiddle with it a little bit, and you manage to get that last tumbler in place, and click! You manage to successfully unlock the door.
At this point, I'll go ahead and send a message at Myra, and I'll let her know that I've unlocked this southern door. I didn't hear anything beyond it. Would you like to come up and check?
Sorry, my thing went unmute. Will I lose my invisibility if I respond?
No.
Okay.
He's the one casting the spell, and the spell allows you to respond.
Okay. I'm gonna say.
Right? Message does let you respond.
Yeah, it does.
Right.
Invisibility is a concentration up to an hour, so I just want to make sure that I am maintaining my concentration.
You are. You're good.
Okay. I'm gonna tell him that I'm invisible, and I'm thinking about going through this other. Quellen, I'm thinking about going through this other door and throwing some rocks to get them distracted. Do you think I should do that, or do you want me to come up and listen, and I can like go in and see?
Yeah, I'll send another message. If you're going to do that, we need to set up some type of ambush, perhaps try to draw them off. That's really up to you.
I will. Okay, and we have to be quiet right now, so I guess I'm gonna move forward. I'll come to you then, Quellen. Is that what you wanted me to do?
Yeah, with just with her invisibility, I was thinking maybe she could scout out this hallway a little bit more stealthily than I can, being fully.
Okay, I go underneath Leon's leg so he doesn't know I'm there, and then
What the fuck?
Do you actually say that?
No. But he kind of like jumps a little bit.
I probably shouldn't have asked. I should have just said, "Oh, you said it. Too bad." No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I open the door.
all right, I'll go in. Do.
As you, oop, there's my thingy. As you kind of go and you see this hallway, right? Wait a minute. Let's see. Hold on. Not supposed to. Saw nothing. You look ahead. You see immediately to your left, there's a door. Immediately in front of you, about 10 or 15 feet, you see this curtain. It looks like a curtain. It is in fact a curtain, something hanging up to block the vision of what's beyond it.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the curtain and being very stealthily and listen to.
Okay, you're currently invisible, so
Yeah,
just
but I'm still
yeah,
being very cautious of like noises and.
sure. Make a stealth check with advantage, just for as far as the noise of your feet go.
Oh, I rolled 9 both times.
9 both times
So,
plus your stealth.
and I think that's 4. So yeah,
So
13.
okay, all right. Moment, please. It was 13, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sweet. You go up, you just peer beyond the curtain, so I'll remove the vision for you here. Get close enough, please. There it is. There you go. You see, pull up my notes here. Kind of difficult managing all the notes, opening and closing them. This can tell, like straight ahead of you, right? You can see that it's a tower that looks like. Oh, you can't. That. Sorry. The fuck. You look. Do you go inside or are you just peeking? I'm sorry. You said peeking.
I'll go inside.
Okay, you're going inside. Door to the left. Door to the right. Another curtain in front of you.
I'll go to the other curtain.
Going to peek inside said curtain.
Mm-hmm. Well, first I'm gonna listen, and then I'm gonna peek.
Oh, well, as you listen, you hear two like low, like guttural noise peoples speaking in Goblin, which I believe you do speak. You do not speak.
I don't.
You are one of the ones that does not. So you hear these like, and they're just like talking back and forth to one another, but you can't make out what they're saying.
Okay, can I peek behind the curtain just slightly to see how many there are? Like, curtains aren't always like fully closed. You can't see anything.
Yeah, go ahead. Your stealth check still applies here. So you do that. I say go ahead like you can do something, but I have to remove the dynamic lighting. You see immediately in front of you two goblinoid looking figures, what you can only assume would be hobgoblins, sitting within this room. You see that that it's a tower. This is like a tower area. It's pretty much completely collapsed, although the ground floor still has a little open space, as you can see. There's rotting crates and ancient barrels that show just on the outside provisions that were once stored there. You see an intact door that leads to the east, And to the north, you have just a short passageway, and rubble ends before a screen of canvas.
Hmm.
So there's like a canvas up here.
Okay. I'm going to head back and go through this door. See if it's unlocked.
It is unlocked. The door, it does turn easily enough.
Okay. I'm not gonna go into it.
How long has it been since she's gone in?
I was just checking that. It's probably been like 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, at about the 5-7-ish minute mark, I would have sent a message towards her and just simply ask, "Is everything still all right?"
It's all right. There's a first curtain. If you come in about 20 feet, 25 feet, there's a curtain. There's no goblins in this hallway. You can come past that curtain, and then in this room, it's empty, but then beyond, there's another curtain, and beyond that curtain are 2 hobgoblins. And then there's a door right here in this, behind the second curtain, that's unlocked. I haven't gone in it because I'm frightened. And there's another door I could go and check if
As
you want me to.
as this message is wrapping up and you're getting the reply, you guys hear, "Hey, hey, hey! There's people outside!"
Oh shit.
And Sildar, an arrow shoots out of this slit here, directly at Sildar. The attack is a natural 20.
Not only does Sildar eat up our experience, now he's getting us noticed.
To be honest, I did. I'm pretty
Right.
sure I did too.
That's maximum damage.
I mean, everyone else was up against the wall, so they get to be
So-
seen by the arrows. That Sildar is just sitting there like, "What?"
Sildar takes 14 points of piercing damage.
I'll start writing his eulogy.
So, well, even up against. Is that why you're up against the wall, Adelia?
Yes, so you can't be seen like a smart person.
Okay. You would have been there too. Never mind. Still, though, I rolled a nat 20. That was fun. Scratch what I said. That's a good point. If he saw that you guys would have done that, I was just doing a bad job of controlling him. I was very focused on my.
You have a lot to do, dude. It's fine.
Exactly, Naira. All right, so the message is finished. So
All right. Well, with that, I'll go ahead and motion towards the group, and I'll go ahead and walk inside this first room, just so I can stay kind of close to where Myra is if she.
okay, move your token.
So this is the curtain thing between us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the curtain there. So you can't. I'm just not gonna put the dynamic lighting back on. You can't
I'm
quite
gonna
see her.
open the curtain for him
So you see
to let him
this.
know where I
The
am.
curtain just opens on its own.
Knowing what I know, I wouldn't flinch at that, and I'll just kind of nod in the general direction because I don't know exactly where she is, and I'll just hang out here,
All right,
and
Leon,
I'll say in a whisper, "I'll be here."
Adelia, Leon, Sildar, where are we going? You guys going in as well? And are you being stealthy
Yeah,
about
probably. I'm trying to be. Yeah. Do I get to make another stealth
it?
roll?
I need you to make another stealth roll. Oh, wrong one.
Always stealthy and quiet, it's just what she does. Tries not to be seen
Okay,
nor
so that's a
heard.
nat 20, but I have disadvantage because of the heavy.
What?
I may have just got everyone killed.
What's the number?
I got a
What?
I went from a natural 20 to a 1.
Wow, both ends of the spectrum. All right. And Adelia?
6.
Ooh.
That's another natural 1.
So as the rest of the group starts to head in, unfortunately their footsteps are just falling a little too heavy. They're just not being as stealthy as they think they are in their armor. Particularly not Adelia. She's just like lost in thought, so she's not really focused too entirely. I don't know how to describe how Adelia wouldn't be stealthy because she's like stealthy as fuck by nature. Either way,
She trips.
because Sildar got a 5. So it was a 5, a 1, and a 6. So these three of the group done fucked up. They are
Oh,
not
yeah.
stealthy. So as they kind of walk in to catch up with Quellen, they make just a little bit too much noise doing it. And then the door to the left of Sildar here is thrown open. And then right there is a goblin. And he immediately says, "Intruders! Intruders in the castle!" Oh, how am I gonna handle this? And so all of the goblins there's like a bunch of goblins in this room and they're gonna fight you. So and his voice echoes out and rings. I need everybody to roll initiative.
And bottleneck them, guys.
A pithy 11 for me.
17.
8.
A 14 for Leon.
Am I missing Quellen? No. Leon? Leon. Bear with me, guys. There's a lot. You're in a castle, and in that castle are enemies.
So in this hallway that we're in, the only exits are the door that was just open, the curtain, and the one we just came. Like nothing to the right.
The curtain where you're at, Quellen, yeah, there's nothing to the right except like a column with some broken down, messed up wood floors, but you can't get through anywhere. I shouldn't say wood floors, but where you're at to the right of you is a big column, and there's no way to get through. To answer your question, so you have to go through the curtain where Myra is.
Right. I'm just out of game here looking. We could potentially be surrounded on 3 sides, which is no bueno. So I kindly suggest we maybe filter somewhere more advantageous.
So I've got everybody's. What was everyone's rolls again? I'm so sorry. Adelia, Leon, Adelia, you updated yours. Quellen, you updated yours.
Leon had a 14.
Leon had a 14. Is everybody's initiative correct on the order here?
Yep.
Thank you. All right. All right. So top of the round. Not a goblin. It is. Got to be on the right layer. So how much was these guys' movement? So hearing it through the curtains, Myra, those 2 hobgoblins that you heard come up. Now you're still invisible. An hour hasn't passed, so you're still invisible.
And if I attack, that cuts my invisibility, right?
Yep.
Still moving these guys. So, and then he has 1 more square he can move. He pops through the curtain, and you said he's going to move out of your attack range now, so you can attack of opportunity if you wish.
I'm not that strong.
You don't have
Yeah.
to. Your core choice.
The last one, I'm gonna cast Charm Person on.
Which one?
The one that's not the first one, but the second one.
Can you highlight the one you want?
Uh,
Click it. No,
yeah.
do the ping.
The P.
Yeah. Press and hold your click. There you go. That one. Okay. All right. What's your save on Charm Person again?
13 Wisdom.
13 Wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just need to make note of what his wisdom is. Yikes. Natural 18.
Okay.
So he feels that strange pink sensation of power going up towards his head, and he just, back off, witch.
All right. That was my action. Bonus action. I'm gonna do Cutting Word and say.
Well, actually, timeout. It's not your turn.
Oh, that's right. Oh, sorry. Totally my bad.
Yep, I'm
Then
just
I
catching
don't.
on
Then
to that too.
she couldn't
I
have
was
done.
yes. I'm getting to it. You couldn't have done a spell as a reaction unless you have Warcaster feat.
Okay. Yep. I'm just gonna stay right here.
All right. Then you are still invisible and doing nothing. All right. So this goblin moved. He can't move anymore. His turn is done because I have these two acting on the same initiative just to make things easier. And then this one comes through, sees Quellen, and attacks. That's a 21 to hit.
That definitely hits.
You take 6 points of slashing damage. And that will be its turn. Next up, we have our goblin friends. So they are, knowing that they can't all get through the door at the same time, we've got the one moves up into range of Sildar. They're kind of idiots. They're gonna like cluster up onto the door and try and all get in and get you guys.
Guys, why don't we have a fireball wizard right now? So helpful.
Actually, it's an advantageous. And then this goblin will attack Sildar. So that's a 8 to hit. As he goes to swing his scimitar at Sildar, Sildar parries it with his long sword. Not today. And then how much can these? Oh, so much to manage. So many creatures. Good lord. All right, that's the goblin's turn. Adelia, you're up. Not sure what you're gonna do.
Can I shoot through my friends, or am I gonna
Yes,
shoot
we've
my
established
friends?
that is okay. You would theoretically be able to make your shot through your friends. We won't get hung up on that. So what you can currently see is that hobgoblin.
Yes, he is now my official enemy thanks to Hunter's Mark, and I am going to
Bonus action Hunter's Mark.
roll a natural 1 to hit.
Ooh, ripperoni. As you do fire, it like bounces off of Sildar's armor because you like excitedly shot, and you're like, "Oh, sorry, Sildar," and he's like, "Oh,
Excited,
careful,
and she's panicked.
careful." Okay, panicked. Careful. There's a lot of goblins here. I do not need to be shot by my allies. Anything else for
But
your
she
turn?
can actually take another attack thanks to Dread Ambusher.
Yes. Dread Ambusher. You don't have to be sneaking for that. At the start of your first turn of each combat, you're walking see just take. You can make one more additional. Yep, that deals an extra 1d8. That's gonna be good if you actually hit.
Hey GM, guess what I rolled?
What'd you roll? Tell me.
It's a natural 20.
Get the fuck out.
No,
Double
I
that
love
Dread Ambusher dice. Nice.
Jesus, like seriously, you and Leon both, man. Come on.
Hey,
Both ends of
hey,
the
hey!
spectrum.
I'm not fucking with it, okay? And I got.
Fair enough.
I don't like
All right,
ones.
Adelia, Roll that damage. Make sure you double all the damage die before adding your plus whatever for your damage from your modifier.
18.
18 total points of damage. That first
Yes.
shot, out of panic, you ping Sildar and he kind of scolds you for it, and you're like, fine. Like, kind of pissed, like, how dare you scold me? Your aim is true, your hunter's mark lighting up that hobgoblin in front of you, and you just
Oh, did you also double your hunter's mark die?
No, I did not.
Feel free to
You get
double that,
100.
too.
22.
Fantastic. Doesn't matter. You fire your arrow, and it just headshot, because that's what you do. And this hobgoblin literally like falls through the curtain into his buddy and like is on the ground dead.
They are not as hardy as I thought they would.
This hobgoblin is deadified. All right. Anything else for your turn, Adelia?
Can I attempt to intimidate the hobgoblin that was behind him with his dead bodies, his dead friends?
No, because you already took an action.
Never mind. I'm good.
All right. Leon, your turn.
All right, I see the arrow fly past me. I look back. I see Sildar's got the goblin choked. Goblin taken care of in the choke point. Leon regress forward.
Okay.
Lighting. And that spot. So that was
You're cutting out.
sorry. It's I think it's because of all of the internet lagging on my phone. Like my phone too much because of the dynamic lighting.
Oh.
And then yeah, he's gonna circle up behind. Do that. Attack him.
Go for it.
Sword. That is a 17.
17 will not hit, unfortunately. He gets his shield up just in time, and your sword dings off of it.
Second, my dagger.
Uh-huh.
That one. 1.
It was a 1 to hit.
20.
21 will hit. As he brings up his
Alright.
shield to block your longsword, you manage to come in with your dagger from underneath.
Maxed out. 8 points.
8 points of piercing damage. Or slashing, whatever. Anywho, 8 points.
And that's my turn.
Yep, you manage to just, you get him real good right in the side, and he's like having trouble breathing. He's looking real rough. All right, now is a goblin named Yeg. Calls out, "Hey, go let the people at the front gate know. We can pincer them in here." And that's his turn. And now it's Sildar's turn. Sildar makes 2 attacks. That one misses, and that one misses. Being so cornered, he has trouble trying to get where he wants with his sword, and he swings at this goblin and just misses both times. Quellen, you are up, my friend.
Quick rules question. Can thieves' tools also lock a door?
You wouldn't really need him to lock it. If you wanted to lock it, you just lock it. Like, it would have like a latch or something on the other side for it to lock, I would think. So I would say no, if you want to lock it, you can just run up and lock it.
All right. Well, since Adelia is there and it doesn't require any special ability, I'll just yell at her to do that. Yeah, so I'll just yell out to Adelia, close that door and fucking lock it. We don't want them coming up behind us as I step forward into the curtain to take a swing at Mr. Hobgoblin. But before she closes the door, I'm going to make sure that Quills does actually join us in this hallway.
Okay. swings around. You can only do what, 60 feet?
Well, remember he was at the top of that tower, so I would assume that 60 feet can get him through the door. And how high are these ceilings?
15 feet.
All right, so he'll just be hovering around 10 feet or so in the air. As I take a swing at the hobgoblin with a 22.
So where do you want him right now? If that's fair, then he could probably have gotten in here with you. Where is he?
Yeah, he's just kind of hovering around the rubble, around 10, 15 feet up in the air, not hitting the ceiling, but also not being in the fray. Yeah, just right there's fine.
All right, I'll let you move him for the rest of the time.
That's fine. I rolled a 22, casting Booming Blade at Mr. Hobgoblin.
Okay, and a 22 does hit.
With sneak attack bonus, that's 13 total damage.
As you hit him, and you the energy of that booming blade spell kind of comes through, it like prematurely triggers, and there's just like this, like it's not super loud, right? It's like it's just prematurely triggering, and it kind of boom and like knocks him onto the ground as blood splurts out of his chest because you managed to land a fatal blow, and he dies.
Sweet. At that point, I'll just stay where I am pretty much. I'll move maybe 5 feet this way and just kind of hold this.
Okay, Myra, it is your turn.
I, wanting to use up all my invisibility, am going to hop over this dead guy and go through, open this door. Just gonna open it and see what's there.
Okie dokie. As you open the
And
door.
I'm gonna close it.
As you open it, you immediately see a hobgoblin standing there, and he goes, "Huh?" And you close the door, like, "Nope."
And I'm gonna tell Leon, there's a hobgoblin in there,
I got
but
it.
you don't see me.
That hobgoblin's
He's
now
just,
at
he's just looking
initiative.
around. I was like, I got it.
How convenient that hobgoblin rolled a 4.
All right.
Is that your turn?
I'm gonna open the door again and go in and close the door. So it's like, he still doesn't see me, correct?
He does not, but he is in the initiative. He knows something is up.
Get away from
Okay.
the door. I'm sure you have one more square. No?
What?
Do you have one more square to move away from the door?
Yeah, because that was 10, 15. Wait, do I have enough movement?
You have 25 movement.
Yeah, so I was right.
5,
I was right.
10, 15, 20, 25. You cannot move any further.
No. Okay, that's where I am. And I'll just hold, and if he gets close, I'll be ready to shank him.
Okay. Just doing a few things here. Lots going on in this castle. Just stealth. As you walked in, you go and you close it, right? And you're there. You see the hobgoblin, and you're kind of ready, and you hear above you, this. You kind of look up, and you see this tentacle-like creature up in the corner. Here, he's. Let me move him into the corner. Up in the corner. It has no idea you're there, but you see it.
Just a tentacle creature?
Yeah, it's that's the best way I know how to describe it. It's got a huge beak in it and like four octopus-like legs around its mouth that look like they're meant for grabbing, and then the beak is meant
Okay.
to like eat them, and it looks kind of like a worm. It's a
Okay.
worm-like creature.
Okay. Myra will just hold her spear, so if it comes close to her, it'll just walk on it, I guess. Or not her spear, her rapier. Like just holding it out, so if anything comes, like she can just move and it will like walk into the rapier on its own.
Sure. You're holding. Well, you can't.
Yeah. Hold.
You
Okay,
can't
that's.
because you've already.
Oh
Well,
yeah, that's right. Okay, I'm just there. Okay.
yeah, you're just kind of there. Don't worry. It can't see you. You're still invisible, but I'd say your invisibility is gonna run out here soon.
Oh really? I thought it'd been only like 20 minutes.
No, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. And combat is much slower. So, okay, yeah, no, you're very good on your invisibility right now, provided you don't break your concentration.
Okay.
Okay, top of the round, the hobgoblins you guys killed that were at the top are dead. What the hell? Why it's not going where I need it to go?
So yeah, I did yell out at Adelia to close and latch that door.
She heard you. It's not her turn.
Yep. Not her turn yet. So, Goblin's turn. Again, this goblin here in front of Sildar is trying to hit him with the sword. So he's gonna make an attack. Where's my D20? There it is. That's gonna hit for 6 points of slashing damage on Sildar. And then the one behind him is gonna pull out his bow and fire at Sildar. That's GH patience, so much to do. It's D6 as well. And that one is gonna not miss. It's gonna skip right by his head into the back of the wall and bounce off the wall. The rest of them aren't doing anything that you can see. So this one. All right. Jesus, this is a lot to manage. All right, Adelia, it's your turn.
Is it gonna take an action to lock that door?
To lock the door, I'm gonna say yes. It would cost an action. Opening, closing, that's fine, but I would say that locking the door would take an entire action.
Sounds good to me. That's what she's doing.
Okay. All right, you managed to. Sorry, I'm managing stuff. You managed to successfully lock the door. Anything else for your turn?
That's about all I'm good for.
All right, Leon, you're up.
All right. Shoulder bashing in the door. Just driving my not attacking it, but like charging into the door to rush in. Swords are ready.
So you're gonna just go right into the door?
Well, I mean, did it open? Is it a push or a pull?
From your side, it's a pull.
All right, then I'll pull it open and charge in.
Okay. Go ahead and move. As you charge in, you kind of not being able to see Lady Myra. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Natural 17.
Okay, you managed to successfully kind of sidestep her, knowing that she probably is somewhere around there. You managed to step lightly and not run into her or trip or anything because of her not being seen.
Yeah, I can't walk.
Oh, here you go. Because you go in and close the door, or do you leave it open?
No, I don't close the door, but I run in, and I see the thing inside.
Yep. You see the hobgoblin right there, and you can hear it making its noises. You see the Grick up in the corner.
Yeah, no. Leon freaks out and starts attacking that thing. Wasn't expecting it.
So right now
Alright.
it's about 15 feet in the air. It's up in the top corner of the ceiling, so you cannot
Oh.
reach it.
Oh shit. Yeah, no. In that case, I thought it was right next. No, I'll keep charge. I'll go and charge the. I'm gonna follow through with attacking them
Okay.
right there. Longsword, dagger. That's a 17 again.
17 hits. Or excuse me, 17 does not hit. It misses. He gets his shield up just in time to block your longsword.
And dagger, 5. Nope.
Yep, that does not hit as well. So you're rushing, kind of like, oh shit, what the hell is that? You strike at him but miss both times. He blocks one, and you try to follow up, but still kind of distracted by that creature up in the corner. You don't quite get it in there, and he managed to parry that too.
That's my turn.
Right, it's Boss Man Yegg's turn. Done. Quellen, your turn.
Sorry, you cut out there. I assume I'm up.
Yeah, Quellen, your turn. Sorry.
All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take 5 feet, and I'm going to attempt to close this curtain. And as I come around this corner, is the door that Myra and Leon went into, is that closed?
It is
It's
open.
And I can't see any enemies from where I'm standing, so I'm going to presume that no one can see me. I'm going to briefly close this curtain, and I'm going to cast Disguise Self.
Okay, what are you?
And I'm going to make myself look like glass.
Making yourself look like glass staff, okay?
It's all I got. I'm going to now open this curtain, come back down into this chamber, and yell out towards the goblins at the. You there, Cragmaw! What's the meaning of this attack? Where is King Groll?
Kind of looks at you. You're supposed to be dead.
Who was it that said I was dead? Was that traitor Droop?
Yeah. He said you were dead.
Yeah,
you'd be
and I bet
traveling
he
with
was
these
carrying
people.
my 12 gold on him, wasn't he?
I don't know nothing about no gold.
He
just kind
stole my gold, turned tail, and ran.
and that's gonna be.
I demand. Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah. We're still in the middle of combat. A lot of combat. All right. Sildar's turn. Well, using the distraction of helping him, of talking to him, he utilizes this opportunity to take 2 weapon attacks against that. That is a 19 to hit. Oh, another hit. Okay. Damage. Where are my appropriate dice? 1, 2. That is 13. Okay, so, and he, as that goblin is talking to you, Sildar just raises his sword and lobs his head off.
Hey, Red Brand there. Stand down, stand down. They're going to lead us to King Groll. I kind of yell out.
And Sildar just looks at you like, that's his turn. Myra, you're up.
Yeah, I wink at Sildar. Wink.
All right. I don't know. I'm gonna. Don't want to leave Leon by himself in here, but I can't attack that thing. So I'm going to check this door. Does it open?
Hold, please. The door does open, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna open it and look outside.
Maneuvering. This is too funny. I'm loving this right now. Y'all just come all up in here, and just because half your party couldn't be sneaky, this is what you see.
Okay. I'm just gonna I didn't open it all the way, just a tiny peek and close it again. And I'm I'm gonna stab this this motherfucker right here.
You're like, fuck this shit. Stab him. Do it. Stabby stab time.
Stab him, come on. Fucking
With
hell, mother.
with advantage, no?
You are invisible, so yes, it would be with advantage.
Oh, thank God, I got a 1. Still, none of freaking. 6 plus 5, so 11.
An 11, unfortunately, does not hit. So as you go, your concentration doesn't break, of course. You're still concentrating on the spell. That's how it works. You stab him, but now he's like, wait. You miss him, but get him enough that you kind of jerk his jacket. So he's like, wait. He knows there's somebody next to him. He just can't see them.
Okay.
All right. Is that all for your turn?
I'm gonna. Yeah, that's all for my turn.
Okay. So this hobgoblin in front of you guys, knowing he's like, I know there's something next to me, but he's focusing on the threat he can see. He makes an attack against Leon. And with all these characters
Yep.
having the same name, it's very difficult to keep track of them in the initiative order. So he swings at you with his long sword with 16 to hit.
Misses 18.
18, because you got those 2 weapons. You manage to easily just deflect it. And that is going to be his turn. All right, now we're back at the top of the round. I just got to redo initiative here. Okay. A couple of people you can't see yet are going first. Okay, Adalia, it's your turn.
I'm stuck behind Sildar.
You can move through them.
Oh, that's fair. Okay, hold on. Slight panic as she sees all the goblins.
Just think, guys, experience.
And that's all my movement.
Oh, where'd you go? Missed you. Where'd you go?
I'm Pretty sure you can move one more. You have 30 feet of movement, right?
5, 10,
What?
15, 20,
Yeah.
25, 30. There you go. There you are. Couldn't see you behind that hobgoblin. I had moved behind to the GM layer. All right.
I am very tired.
I know it's 10 o'clock.
Like, don't mind me. I can't do math.
Okay, Leon, your turn.
Did I see what happened to the hobgoblin when Myra attacked him?
No, she was invisible. You don't know.
All right. All right, so I wouldn't know to get flanked. Gonna attack him twice.
Flanking only works if she's
Make
on
it
the
so-
opposite side of him.
I know. I wouldn't know she's there. Is what I'm saying. I wouldn't
Oh.
know to switch over. 19.
A 19 hits.
All right. Total of 9 damage.
Okay.
And then
Slash at him, and it's a damn near critical blow, or fatal blow rather. Look
all
him up.
right, dagger, and that is a 22.
That will hit. I like that you always
And
get a
that
really
is-
good hit on your dagger.
I don't know why, man. And the sword's the magical one. So a total of 6 points of damage with the dagger.
So you cut him with that long sword at first, and you immediately follow up and just shove your dagger right into his chin, and he just slumps over dead.
And then damn. I'm going to then take my movement and move there. And I'm gonna turn back defensively, waiting for that creature to attack me.
Okay.
Or yeah, seeing what that creature's gonna do.
Okay.
And
Totally
I'm gonna be
fine.
like, Adelia, shit, we got some issues.
I just need to get these guys back on the board because I accidentally removed them, and they were like.
All right. I'm gonna be listening, but I'm gonna be back.
Okay, the grit comes up. It moves. What's its movement? It climbs down 15 feet to the floor, moves 5 feet here, looks over at Leon, goes for him. Tentacles start to twitch, and they lash out at him. That is going to be 21 to hit. His AC is 18, so that will hit. That is going to be, I'm going to refresh his character real quick. Take damage. That will be, where's my dice? 11 points of slashing damage. And then if it hits with its first attack, it's allowed to make a follow-up attack, which is an 18. Defender wins. So it hits with its tentacles, kind of grabs on for a second, and then, like in a split second, it's not an actual grapple. It goes to try and get him with the beak, and Leon manages to slide out of the tentacles and dodge the beak attack.
You crit him out of the chat.
All right, it's Boss Man's turn. And now it is Quellen's turn.
So I am going to, with my glass staff disguise, move forward into this doorway. Is there a goblin right in front of this doorway?
Yeah, there's a goblin.
And I'm going to once again just yell out, Cragmaws, stand down. I'm here to see King Groll. Why are you attacking my red bro?
You see Yeg over in the corner here. I think you can see him. Yeah, you can. He looks at you and says, "Red brands are all killed. Nice try."
Clearly not. We're right here, you fool.
No, 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 no. We got it. King Grawl knows they're dead. Not happening. Make a persuasion check.
Ooh, that's gonna be persuasion, just a straight up 18. If it were a deception, it'd be a dirty.
Persuasion 18. No, no. No, I don't think so. Nope. Nice try.
Nice try. Well, if you're not going to lay down your arms, then you're gonna have to suffer my wrath. And I'll have Quills go over the head of the goblin in the front here, and I'll straight up make a short sword attack at his.
Sorry, I was moving him. You were moving him. I apologize. Go ahead with it. With advantage, right? Because he's no sneak attack.
Not advantage, but it does activate sneak attack. That's going to be a 17 to hit.
That will hit.
Total of 13 damage.
You just obliterate that fucking goblin.
I will yell out, see what happens to those who defy glass staff, as I go ahead and bonus action disengage, move back 5 feet. And I want to have Quills help Sildar if he chooses to attack the goblin directly to the north. That one.
Okay. So you're having him hold.
No,
his...
he helps Sildar if he's going to attack the goblin to the north, just guessing that he's going to attack that one.
Sure.
And Quills will fly off behind.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. Sildar is up, because technically you and Sildar have the same initiative, so everything happens together. That makes our little rule even easier to follow, right? Sildar moves up because he's not afraid of these goblins. He's ready to go, and he does attack that one to the north, noticing that Quills started bothering it, and he picks up on the hint of what you're trying to do for him. So he makes 2 attacks, right? So each one has advantage. So I'm going to pull out 4 d20s here. This is the most amount of d20s I've ever had to roll. I thank you for that.
Nice.
All right, we got 18 and 10. So the natural 18 will hit. The natural 10 plus his 4 is 14. I think it hits as well. Does not hit, so he only gets to hit once. That's 7 points of damage. He immediately kills the goblin. All right, that is Sildar's turn. Myra, you're up.
All right, Myra is going, seeing Leon being attacked. She's gonna take her stones that she has in her pockets, and she's gonna throw them to the side of the creature right here to try to distract it.
So are you trying to use a help action?
Yes.
All right. You use the help action to distract the Grick, which will give Leon advantage on his next attack against it.
Okay.
That is your action for the turn.
All right, for my movement, I am going to go see what's behind this curtain. And peek around it.
Well, you know, you just like to do all the peeking, don't you?
I like to peek.
Yes, you do. Yes.
And I'll go in.
Well, you might want to give me a second.
Oh, sorry. Oh, damn.
I was like, you might want to give me a minute. They
There's
have.
a lot of these fuckers in here. Oh my. Okay.
You're in a castle.
I know. I'm just saying.
Okay, what else are you doing?
Well, I'm not going in there. So, but, damn. I'm just gonna hold my I'm just gonna stay where I am, I guess, and wait it out.
Okay, you still got plenty of time on your invisibility because of the time we started initiative here. So this is all happening fairly quickly. All right. Now our little goblin's turns. This one moves up, moves here. All three of them are going to make attacks against Sildar. Two of them with swords, one of them with a bow. So he's actually going to sit back here. Let's roll 3d20s and see what we get. None of them hit. 5, 5, and 8 naturals, and he has a 16 armor class. They all swing at him, and he's just like parries one, parries the other, and just in time, like parries the arrow. Like he's straight up like Aragorn, badass motherfucker going on right now. Like, do not fuck with Sildar. All right, top of the round. Adalia, you're up. Finally. I know you're tired, but it's your turn.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna hide behind Leon and shoot the heck out of whatever the frick frack that is.
Fire away.
I do also remark it as my quarry for Hunter's Mark.
It shall be done.
That is a natural 20.
Rock on, girl. That definitely hits. Roll that damage. So before adding any modifiers, double all damage dice that apply.
$24.
24 points of damage. Nice. You fire your arrow, and in true Adalia fashion, you love the headshots. You blast this thing right in between, right in the center of its mouth with its beak, right? And it's like blood splurts out the back. It is looking real rough. It's like it sounds like shit. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right, we've got some peeps who are joining the fight with Sildar. They'll be revealed now as they move forward. And we'll remove them from the GM and bring them to the token layer. Sildar just got 3 more freaking goblins showing up to wreck his day, so that's happening. And I just have to get out of here. Okay, so sorry. Leon's up, and he's still away right now, I believe. So I would assume that he will just attack the Grick in front of him, seeing how fucked up it is. So he will roll his longsword and hits with an 18. So that's a D8 with a +5. And he nails it for 8 points of damage. And as he goes in with the longsword, seeing how fucked up it looks, he just shoves his sword like right into where it's like snake-like body is into the floor, and then just brings the sword up and like splits the thing in half, and it just falls over dead. The Grick has fallen. All right. I won't do any movement for him because I'm gonna let him choose. So I'm gonna just have him end his turn there. All right. Next up is Bossman Yeg. He's gonna move in towards Sildar. Next up is the goblin that Myra saw. They have heard combat. She's found 3 goblins, guys, where she was. You guys can't see them right now. And they're all going to move their movement. Uh, 5, 10, 20, 25. They have 30 movement, right? 30. One kind of steps over the body of the Grick and sees Liana. Ah! The other one tries to walk through Myra. Oops. Move everybody around here. Tries to walk through Myra and, shit, what should happen there? Myra, make a dexterity saving throw to see if you can quickly step out of his way so he doesn't bump into you. Myra. Ooh. Healer.
I forgot I was muted. I got a 10.
You got a
5
10?
plus 5, 10.
Look at you. That's the exact DC I set it as. Probably should set it
I'm
higher,
back,
but
guys.
I didn't. Welcome back. You managed to just step out of the way so it gets through you without being noticed and finishes its turn there. And then the other one comes through following his little compatriot. Make the save again.
9.
He bumps into you. Ah! And he cannot go any further. And that'll be and knowing he's like, what the hell? So he takes a swing at you. It'll be with disadvantage because you're invisible. Just a moment to make sure this particular goblin doesn't have anything. No, he doesn't. So he takes a swing at you with his scimitar. Disadvantage. I rolled a 13 and a 14. So 17 to hit.
Ooh, I am hit.
Okay. You take 3 points of slashing damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw to keep your concentration.
9.
You succeed.
Ooh.
I believe with the concentration, you have to do either, is it half the damage or the amount of damage or more? Either way.
It's half the damage or 10, whichever is higher.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, your concentration.
I'm sorry.
Nope, thank you. I wasn't 100% on that. That's why I was asking. So, unfortunately, Myra, you do lose your concentration and you shimmer back into existence. And he sees you, and now you are very much visible.
Can I have a reaction?
No reaction.
Okay.
We're no
Okay.
longer ninja mode, Myra.
No. Okay. Damn it.
That's his turn. It is now Sildar's turn, and he is engaged with these freaking goblins. So he's going to make his 2 weapon attacks against the one directly in front of him on the left. (14) and 10. They do not hit, so he swings and misses. And that's going to be Sildar's turn. Quellen, you're up.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and move. I can't see from here. Hopefully, move through Soldar to see if there's room.
You can step on him for the turn, but you can't end your turn on him.
All right. Having trouble moving.
Oh, where do you need to go? Are you going to stop on him?
Yeah, let me stop on him since there's goblins all around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goblins. All right, I am going to yell out before my turn as per usual. Last chance, Cragmaws, stand down and we might let you live. Bring us Droop and you might yet survive this encounter. And as I say that, I'm going to go ahead and as a show of force, take a swing at the one to my left.
Okay, go ahead.
That is a 16 to hit.
That just hits.
Oh, that's not good. 8 total damage.
And this is just with your short sword?
Yeah, just with the short sword.
Being true to your word and trying to show your might, continually trying to get these guys to convinced that you are, in fact, Glassstaff. Bring your sword down and literally just cleave this goblin right in half. Cleaving is my thing.
Yeah. Trying to pretend that I'm Glassstaff, I would have hit him with the blunt side of my sword to try to pretend that it's bludgeoning damage. Yeah. But then I'm going to
In that case,
use
you
my.
still hit him hard enough that he dies, unless you're not killing him.
No, I'm definitely trying to kill him. Bonus action, I'll disengage again behind Sildar, and I'll let Quills flap his wings at the northern goblin, helping.
The northern goblin. Got it. All right. Myra, you're up. Quellen, if you're done.
That's it for me. I am going to send Quills up here to kind of scout a little bit so I can get an idea of what the hell's happening up here.
Okay.
Okay, so my turn. I'm gonna stab this goblin with my rapier. That is attack to me.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll. Yeah.
15 plus 5, so 20.
Dirty 20 will hit.
All right. Ten points of damage.
You poke him real quick, and he's bleeding rather profusely where you stabbed him, because that really hurt. He's looking real rough.
Can I pull a dagger and shank him with my
You
dagger?
absolutely may. So make your attack, right? Add your
But you
dagger.
get no bonuses
Yes, you get
because
no strength
just
modifier bonus or anything. Straight D4 damage.
Okay, and straight D20 or
Yep.
I got an 18.
You got an 18? That hits. So just roll a D4 and tell me the result.
3.
Exactly what you needed. You poke him real
Oh,
good.
hey.
You kind of watch him for a second, and he's like bleeding, and he's like, and you just quickly cut his throat, and you're like, I imagine
It's
she's
like
laughing.
watching It's like watching Godzilla fight Mothra. This just epic battle.
Can I have pushed him through the curtain?
You would have had to have made like a shove action. So,
Okay.
but you're
never
like
mind.
the curtain is kind of like in the way-ish a little bit, not enough to cause disadvantage, but he's down. He's out.
Okay, can I move?
You may.
All right, I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna go to this door and open it real fast and peek in.
You haven't learned yet, have you?
Okay, maybe I won't
I'm
stick in
just
that.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm happy to say this is the first room you actually open.
Whew.
You don't see anybody, at least from where you are.
Okay,
You can
and
still
I'm
have
gonna
15 feet.
I'm gonna take a step in.
I would remind you, you're not invisible anymore. 10
Yeah,
feet
I
to
know.
go. You see, I haven't had to use my freaking guide for this because we're just constantly fighting. So old casks of salted meat and sacks of rotting grain fill this storage area. Among the supplies, you see a bloody suit of chainmail, a heavy crossbow, and an unsheathed longsword with the emblem of Neverwinter worked into its hilt.
Okay, noted. Store that for later. Do I see anything of Gundren's? Like, does it look like a dwarf sword or? No? Hello?
I'm here. Was reading. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
You do not see anything that you would think looked like it belonged to a dwarf.
Okay.
Human, however.
A human.
You know, the whole sword and heavy messy chainmail and crossbow looks like could be a human's.
Okay, and I have 10 more movement. I'm gonna use my movement to get to there and just kind of hide as best as I can.
Okie dokie. All right. Now we have some goblins going. This was the goblins here, so they are all attacking my boy. Why is there a goblin? Oh, I'm gonna move him out of the way because I can't find Sildar. There we go. All right, Sildar doing his Sildarian thing. Does nothing because it's not his turn. This goblin moves in. This goblin moves in. These two goblins make attacks. Ooh, just enough to hit him. That's 5 points slashing damage. Other one, no dice. And then guy fires an arrow. Natural 1, no dice. All right, Adelia, you're up. Top of the round.
Perfect timing. I just got back. There's still a goblin-y dude right here.
Yes, there is a goblin there.
Okay, I started talking without pressing down. Yeah, he's my new enemy because that's just a going thing.
Oh yeah.
I'm just running around yelling at people going, "You're my enemy! You're my enemy!" and then shooting.
Everyone's your enemy.
Does
Even
an
her.
18 hit?
Right. And you can constantly move Hunter's Mark because of the previous creature dying, right?
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
Does it have to happen after that creature dies, or can it hold until your turn?
As a bonus action for as long as she's concentrating on the spell.
Yep.
Got
If
it.
the creature hits 0 hit points before the spell is
long as
up
you're
on
still
a subsequent
concentrating,
turn,
yep.
I can go bam.
Yep, got it. All right, just clarifying. Go ahead. If you were attacking, what was your roll?
14 damage.
Well, what was your attack?
Oh, 18.
Yeah, that'll hit 14 damage. You fucking obliterate this goblin. Headshot again. Frickin' Adelia just sniping everybody. So you managed to kill that goblin as well. Anything else for your turn?
Can Leon have a quick moment to tell her to go help out Sildar and Quellen? He'll finish up here.
On your turn,
Okay.
unless she chooses to speak with you.
He can try. Actually, no. She's gonna move through him into here and check it out.
Okay. But on your turn, Quellen, or Leon, yes, you can. Because it's her turn, she would need to initiate the interaction. Okay. We got some goblins that you can't see moving around. That's why I had that one there. Okay, more goblins, ones that you can see that are moving, because there are so many goddamn goblins in this goblin castle.
Hey DM, they can all just have a heart attack and die, and you can be done with this.
I mean, they could, but where's the fun in that?
I'm just saying, it would make your life a lot easier.
It's okay. I knew that's what this encounter was going to be like, so it's okay.
But my bed is staring at me.
I got a half hour.
Staring!
Hey, I'm tired too. All right. He takes 6 points of damage. Nope. And nope. Okay. Sildar's getting so lucky. Leon, you're up.
Alright, he's gonna run in.
Okay.
And then he's gonna attack with his longsword.
What you got for me?
Oh, okay. Okay. I misplaced my dice for a second. All right. That is a natural 18, so plus a billion. 7 points of damage plus 5.
Yeah, no, he's
So,
dead.
yep.
You just charge in. You're like, I've killed so many fucking goblins. This is easy.
Yep. And then
fall down.
All right. All right. And then I'm going to finish my movement, run up to this door, and I'm going to look in.
All right. I think you can already see it. You see 2 wolves, 2 hobgoblins, another hobgoblin. You see 4 hobgoblins and 2 wolves. They're just kind of
I
sitting there.
shut the
They see you because you open the door.
Yeah. I shut the door and so is it a pull or push?
This one was push.
All right, I'm gonna grab the door and I'm gonna like pull it towards me closed, and I'm gonna turn to Adelia. Adelia, go help them. I'll handle this best I can. There's a shit ton of them on the other side of this door.
But we've been doing so good. Let's take them out.
Somebody's feeling
Yeah.
confident.
I said best I can, and I'm pretty sure Myra would have my back. I have no idea where she is. Go ahead. That's my Oh, I'm gonna use my bonus action to second wind.
Oh yeah, heal
What
up,
I'm
buddy.
going to do.
You are at 22 out of 33. Yak.
1d10 plus 3. Ooh, and I rolled a 9. I'm back at full.
There you go. All right. Yeg is up. He's gonna fire an arrow at our boy here. No dice. Quellen or Sildar with that 16 AC winning it up on these goblins. That's his turn. Quellen, you're up, buddy.
I once again move into Sildar's space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jesus Christ, there's always no matter how many I kill, they still keep coming. You know what? Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and say, all right, you Cragmaws have tried my patience long enough. Now you're going to get the full wrath of Glassstaff, as I'm going to cast
There it is. I wondered when you'd pull that bad boy out.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10. I'm going to cast it right there. So 5, 10, 15. It's a 20 feet range. So that will hit everything in basically this range. It should miss Quellen and Sildar.
So if you're hitting it here, so it's a 20 feet. Creature within 20 feet of a point you choose.
And it's a sphere.
A sphere. Okay. Okay, so yeah, you're right. In that case, 20-foot sphere. Ding. Ding. Nope, it still hits us.
All right. That's fine.
But
Hopefully,
if you put it
Sildar
back
has
another
help.
5 feet, it won't.
All right, yeah, we'll put it back enough that it won't hit us. I guess it won't hit Yeg at this range, but that's fine. It'll get enough of the goblins. So 5d8. There's no saving throw on this. It's just dependent on what I roll.
Yep.
And oh my god, I did extremely well. I got math is hard. Let me pull out the count.
Just to remind you, too, Quellen can't be put to sleep by magic.
Right.
Yeah, but Sildar can. I haven't taken any damage, but
No,
Sildar
but the thing about sleep is it targets first the enemy with the least amount of health, and then you take their remaining health. If the number he rolls is higher, yeah, from
so
the
I got
total.
a total
Yeah.
of 33 hit points worth.
Okay. The target with the lead, they all have the same amount of health. So, because none of them have taken damage, other than Sildar, but you cast it out of range, so we're just gonna go left to right. 3 is 21. There is enough to put 4 of them asleep. So going left to right, sleep. Where's my sleep? I don't know. Sleep.
So as they're falling asleep, I'll
Sleep.
kind of curse at the remaining goblins. You only brought this upon yourselves. I only asked for the traitor Droop's head. Now I will have all of your heads, and I will disengage, and move out of the space, and send Quills in to use the help action for Sildar on the left side goblin.
Okay. Sildar takes his turn. Gets all the advantage in the world. We have got 13s plus 4 17s, which hit for 5 plus. Yep, that kills this goblin. Alright, next up are these goblins. So, arrow, move in. Okay, so he's going to get hit by 3 different goblins. 18, hit, no hit. Or 10. Takes total of 10 points of damage. Sildar's looking really rough right now.
Is that the best you got? Is that the best you got?
Is that all you got? Myra's up.
He's tough though, man. He's tanking a lot.
It's the fact that he gets to make 2 attacks is also nice. NPC power, baby. Myra, it's your turn. I know it's late, guys. I know, but I hope you're having
I'm
fun.
here. I'm here.
Going.
I'm gonna cast invisibility again.
Okay.
And I know there's a bunch of people outside this door. So I'm gonna go to this door.
Okie dokie.
That doesn't sound very okay. Yep, I go and I look in that door.
Oh, you can't see him yet. Hold on. Doing. Doing. Doing.
Can I lock the door?
This one, you'd have to lock it from the inside. This is like a sleep quarters, so.
I'm gonna just. Is it an open towards me door or a push door?
Push.
I'm gonna take my rope. I'm gonna take my rope out of my bag. I'm gonna tie it this doorknob, and I'm gonna go to the other doorknob and tie it really tight. So if they open, they have to, because this one was a pull, right?
The bedroom that you found the 4 additional hobgoblins is
Okay.
push, and then the
So
one
this
to your
one's push.
south.
This one, I mean.
Oh, that one? That one, I think I said pull. Pretty sure I said pull on that one.
Pull this way?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna tie it to that one. really tight. And so if they're not going to be able to open their door without strength.
Okay. All right.
And then so that's pretty much all my stuff, huh?
Yes, that will be everything for you.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
The
I'm
goblins
looking.
that are up now are asleep. Top of the round. Dahlia's up.
I'm awake.
How
What
long does
am
sleep last? Quite a while.
Until they're woken up.
Oh, well, it lasts for 1 minute. All right, go ahead. So I'm actually gonna add that.
10 rounds.
Well, since Leon's blocking that door, I guess I'll listen and go back and try to help Sildar and Quellen and
Maybe use that cure wounds that you were talking so much about.
Hey, I don't know Sildar's hurt. I was in the other room.
I know.
That is my full movement, though, is right where I am at now.
No, you can get 2 more squares.
No, that's 6 squares.
Well, I mean, you can move diagonally as 1.
Okay, well then technically where I was at, I can get 1 more square. I can go boom here. I guess. Yeah, okay, you're right. Thank you.
Beautiful.
I will look with my eyes, see Sildar is probably very tired, and slap some cure wounds on his.
Do it. How much does he get?
1d8 plus stuff, I think.
Ooh, the max. 11.
Rock on it, Dahlia. He appreciates you. Thank you. He turns around. Fucking goblins. Goblins are up. I don't like that. So, gonna get 1, 2, 3 attack. Two hit. 2 minutes. Take 9 points of damage. Ah! Leon, your turn.
All right.
Fucking tank. Love it.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to let go of the door, push it open, and ready an attack action for the first thing that comes at me.
Okay. Hold your action and get ready for that with the door open.
Yep.
Rock my socks off. All right. Yeg's up. Yeg makes an attack against Sildar because that's all he can see. No dice. Yeg's turn is over. The hobgoblins that Myra ran into saw the door open and were like, huh? And are curious and have now joined the initiative. So,
Damn it, Myra.
one of them comes up and tries to open the door and is like, huh? And can't. They make a strength check. They pull. The door opens a little bit. You can see them through the crack, Myra. The rope looks like it's close to breaking, but they just don't quite get it. Somebody locked us in, they say in common, with a rope. Well, cut it open then, dumbass. But that's going to be, he moves out of the way. Another one comes up. All right, here we go. Somebody get ready to help me. Makes a strength check. No dice. He's so pathetic he can't even get it to crack enough to stick a sword through. Other ones try. There's a lot of them. 14 doesn't quite do it. Next one
Oh,
tries.
come on.
There it is. He manages to. And he opens the door. Door swings open. And he looks and he doesn't see anything. Tries to move out. Dexterity saving throw, Myra. See if he dodges you.
Dirty
Well,
20.
Dirty 20. You manage to sidestep out of the way, and he walks through you. Ah.
Can I like move to this side?
No movement. He just manages
Dang
to
it.
go through your space. All right, that'll be his turn, and that's all their turns. Sildar's up, and then Quellen. Doesn't really matter. We're both on the same initiative. Sildar makes his attacks against. You were helping the one on the left, right? Or that was last turn.
No, it was this one. I was helping the one on the left.
So he does his thing. Ooh, natural 20 and a 14. Damn thing takes 14. 8 takes 20 points of damage. He obliterates the fucking goblin. Too bad he can't. Wait, hold on. How does this character sheet work? They're two separate attacks. Makes 2 melee attacks. So actually, uses
So
the.
did you make him a fighter? Question mark.
This is just his NPC character. This is how it is. He makes 2
Okay.
melee attacks.
I was just double checking because I remember you saying you were gonna make him a
I
character
did,
sheet, and if
just
he was
so
a
I could
fighter, I was
have.
gonna say like,
I did so I can
yeah.
have an easier character sheet to track his health and stuff, but he still is keeping his NPC powers. And then the other
'cause I was
one
gonna say, yeah.
is he actually manages to kill the other one as well. Been that wrong the whole fight. Could have killed way more goblins.
Maybe just kill that third one just to make up for.
Right. All right. Sildar's up. Quellen, go ahead, buddy. And I think before you were before him, but then with all the extra people that messed up the order, but it doesn't matter. Go ahead.
It's fine. I'm gonna charge into the room here, jump on this table. Quills is going to join me. And we're going to take a swing at the one closest to this fire that's marked. I assume that's Yeg.
Yes, the fist is Yeg.
And we're just going to yell at him as I swing, not even giving him a chance to respond this time. You done fucked up, Yeg. As I roll a 17 to hit.
Yep.
With a total of 11 damage.
He is rough. He is fucking hurting right now. He like lobbed
And,
damn arm off.
Well, again, I'm hitting him with the broadside of the short sword to make it seem like the glass staff. But now I'm just going to go up the ruse, two-weapon fighting, dagger the guy with my offhand. Rolling that time a 16 to hit.
Just hits.
Just a straight up D6 with no bonus. 5 damage.
He straight up dies. How do you kill him? Any way special?
I just wanted to whisper in his ear as the short sword that he can't see because I'm still disguised as glass staff, and just say, "You were right," as I shoved the sword through his.
And he just goes down.
I will have Quills use the help action for Sildar against the only remaining awake goblin in this room as he flies back towards Adelia and lands on her.
His fly speed is 60 feet.
Yep.
All right. Goblin's turns. Which it's just the one that's awake. He makes a. You didn't move, right, Quellen?
No, I couldn't bonus action disengage, so I just stand here on top of the table
okay.
with all my glad stat.
He rolled a natural one.
Yeah,
Tries-
he's scared out of his wits.
He's so
I bet
terrified.
You
He swings his scimitar and like hits the. You jumps, like spread your leg a little bit, like when you jump, like stick your leg. You know what I mean? And he hits the table. Fuck. Myra, you're up. Looking to be in a not so great situation there.
Yep, I'm going to sidestep into this corner. And then oh, shit. Actually, is this door open? No, never mind. I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna be a coward and wait here.
All right. Oh, sleeping. This. Oh, this is supposed to be deleted. There we go. Sleep. Top of the round. Adelia, you're up. Didn't sleep. Go down to 8. There it goes.
Cool. Gonna just be like, hello! I live here now. Actually, I'll probably go this way so I don't provoke an opportunity attack. This guy's still alive?
Yes, he is. He's the only one alive that's not asleep. Everybody else is dead.
Not for long. I'm going to be like, hey dude, you ready to die? You're my
He's the mark.
Headshot for you. Headshot for you. Headshot for you.
Except I rolled a 12.
Well, you know, sometimes that happens. 12 does not hit, unfortunately. Move all these goddamn tokens around. All right. So you shoot, you fire back, you miss, you almost hit the sleeping one, and it hits the rubble behind it. I will mark him because you did say that you were going to mark him, and I like the arrows in the back. Anyway, Leon, you're up, buddy.
The hobgoblins never moved.
Hobgoblins have not gone yet. Oh, those
I-
hobgoblins! Wow! I never put them into initiative because I'm a dumbass. Put them in, see where they land. And
Well, I
then,
mean,
of course, the wolves.
I specifically held my action because I had a feeling they were going to attack me.
Yep. Hold on, let me reorder this here. So he would have been at top of the round before Adelia. So we're just going to reverse this just a little bit so we can get that right. So the hobgoblins begin to move. Do you see the one in the back here say, "Move in"? He's talking to his guys, and so one moves in, one moves because they all act on the same initiative.
All right, and that first one that gets in my space.
Yep.
That is a 19 natural.
That hits.
All right. And I am going to use a superiority dice on this one for a trip attack.
Well, can you do that? You're just doing one single action as your reaction.
Whenever I make an attack, or whenever I hit with an attack, either reaction or otherwise.
Okay.
All right. That is 5, a 7, a 12, so that's 19 points of damage. With
You just annihilate this hobgoblin. Do you say anything to it as you just
I'll be
completely
like-
obliterate it?
I'm just like, as soon as he comes in, just a swing down, and I'm just gonna hold my sword, and you come near me, you die.
They all kind of look at
And
you, and they're just like, They're a little unsure.
All right.
All right. So that was our turn. Adelia went. So now it's your actual turn. So feel free to do what you're gonna do.
All right. I'm gonna hold my action again in case they get close to me.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna keep holding my sword at them tauntingly, almost wanting them to come into my space.
All right. Quellen, you're up.
All right. Quick question before my turn. This rubble at the left side of this room, is there space that Quills might be able to fly over into the antechamber?
Yeah, there would be.
All right, we'll do that in a minute. First, Quills is just going to go up and basically shit on this goblin's head as I make an attack. That's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
That's going to be 12 points of damage.
You guys are killing these things so fast. I'm running out of like clever ways to say how you kill them. You just quickly
Yeah,
just.
I've got shit to do. I just stab, move on.
Fair enough.
At this point, I'm going to send Quills over this way, and I can't warg into him because that takes an action, unfortunately. So I'm just going to go ahead and move up to this door and just kind of chill there for a minute.
Okay. Sildar makes his move. He moves his distance here. He's like, might as well take these out since we're here.
With advantage.
I know, because they're prone.
And it's an auto crit.
Because they're sleeping?
Yeah, because they're immobilized, yeah.
Sleeping is considered. I hadn't looked up sleep yet, but that's considered immobilized then.
Yep.
Well, then we'll take the auto crits and see what the damage looks like. Rolls d8, 1d8 for each sword attack, so we'll just roll 2d8s and double it. 14 and 12, he kills the two goblins. They only have so much HP. He's like, I am on fire. I needed a fight like this. As he's just like, and lobs both their heads off. I'm really glad I came with you guys. I bet we'll get Gundren. I bet we'll get Gundren no problem. He's feeling very confident right now. Maybe a little cocky.
We did fight a literal army, so you know.
Yeah, you're welcome for that, Sildar.
And now we have the hobgoblins near Myra. Not Myra, you went invisible again, right? I didn't give you your ninja back. So this guy walks over. He opens this door. Comes out, realizes they're clearly in combat as the rest of them start to funnel out too. He calls back and says, "Hey, get back in that room. There was something in there." So this guy he stops right here and kind of looks around. And so let's see if he hits you. He doesn't know where you are, but let's see if we can randomize if he hits you or not. He does not. He looks over at the box of supplies near you, and he swings his sword like somebody's up on the box. Nothing. And that's his turn. Goblins are sleeping. None of them are awake. 7 more rounds
I'm
of
so
sleep.
glad you're recording these things. I need a clip of that.
Ira, your turn.
All right. This door right here, they left it open, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna go into this door, and then so that's 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going out of the castle. Can I get out of this way? Isn't
No.
this like a...
No, that's a wall.
Oh, damn it.
Albeit damaged, but it's a wall. And you're like 20 feet up off the ground, so no. No way.
Okay.
But in here, you see four plain straw pallets and bedrolls that are lined up on the floor for what appears to be a barracks. The hobgoblins, I'm reading the wrong text. My bad. Brackets on the walls hold a number of weapons: spears, swords, morning stars, and more. The north wall shows signs of damage, but the floor is swept clean of rubble.
Okay.
Gonna do anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back in here, and this door is still open, correct? Hang on. That one.
Well, no, it's technically closed because you tied the rope to it, and they were pulling on it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. Well then never mind. I would have saw that, so I'm just gonna stay in here waiting for this guy to leave.
And what I need for you to do is make a stealth check with advantage. I haven't been doing it, and I should have been, but every time you move.
So it's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, you successfully
Mhm.
move. All right. Next up is the wolves. And the wolves, not having gotten a command from their commanding officer yet, are still under orders to come after Leon. The one moves into position and moves up. Leon, your reaction triggers.
All right. Total of 18.
An 18 will hit the wolf, yes.
All right. And for a total of 8 damage.
8 damage. It doesn't quite go down, but it's looking hurt. And you hear, and now it's going to make an attack against you as well, which it would have done anyway, because this is supposed to happen currently. So it gets, let's see. Yep, it gets advantage on its attack roll because of pack tactics.
But I'm only engaged with one thing.
Yeah, no, it's that you don't have to be engaged with it. Pack tactics will still work here.
Oh, I thought it was if I was like engaged with another member, it doesn't have to be on the opposite end. Because I stood there specifically so that I couldn't get surrounded.
You're not surrounded, but you are within 5 feet of one of his allies.
But there's a wall there. Means I can't attack that ally.
Okay.
He can't attack me.
That's
I'm
fair
just
enough. It's still the first roll was a 21 to hit.
Well, that hits.
Okie dokie. Damn it. Oh my god, I rolled 2 ones. It rolls 2 dice, I rolled 2 ones. You take 4 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make a strength saving throw.
All right. I'm actually good at these. I got apparently not that good. 12.
12? Just enough. You manage to stay standing as it tries to bring you down. You shake it off.
Kick it off my boot.
Yep. All right, we're at top of the round, and we're about 10 minutes over time here, peeps. But there's just like no narratively good way to end this.
I mean, you're able to save it, right? We can just jump back on
we
next
can
week.
leave and come back in next week, and it'll be right here. Nothing will have
I mean, it
changed.
doesn't so much need a narrative point. Just get back at it next week.
Yeah, that's fair. So I know it's late, guys. I appreciate y'all sticking it out. I have to say, I did plan for this. Y'all did not go the route I was hoping you did. So a little failure on my part for not planning for all possible outcomes, even though I thought I did.
Well, what were you planning?
I figured Giles was gonna go through the front door and be like, "Fuck you, here we come." Now I knew
Yeah,
that
no.
was a very very slim chance, honestly, because I know I've gotten to learn how you guys like to do things. You do like to be a little sneaky. I was prepared in case you guys came through any type of other entrances, like the secret entrance that you have yet to discover. And like I knew you guys could come in from this south way, so I just had to make some decisions whether I wanted to have guards posted there or not. But yeah, you guys,
I think we're doing pretty well
you did
considering
good.
what we
The
were up against.
only reason the fight started was because Leon, Sildar, and Adalia were not capable of being quiet actually entering the castle.
Yeah, no, that sucked.
If at least like 2 of you or something had rolled a little higher, like a 10 or more or something, you guys would have been still sneaking around, I would think. Now with Myra's obsession with opening and closing doors, don't think it would have lasted that long, but
No, but considering how south this went super fast, we're on the winning side of this, I think.
well, a lot of it has to do
Like,
with the choke points of the goblins, right? There was no way for them to surround you, and Sildar, the fucking tank.
mhm.
Yeah, no, you guys are doing really good. And I followed it to the best I could with how the adventure wants you to do it. Like all these areas you guys have come into, they notify each other. Like if something, it's like if a fight breaks out, they notify so and so, and and it's like, well, shit, now I gotta add these all into combat. So, yeah, you guys basically alerted like half the castle. That's great, all because you broke out into a fight.
Yeah, and we're not dead.
Myra, I have to kudos your nonchalant, like sly, explore the castle while there's fighting, so you can see if you can find Gundren.
That's what my goal is.
I
but
know exactly what you're doing.
This is work. Like, I'm sorry, guys. I was down in
I did not get that.
What?
Something I forgot to ask, is this a one-story castle or is there like multiple stories?
It's just a one-story castle.
Oh, okay, so
One-story castle,
Oh.
15-foot high ceilings. Yeah, it's just the one story.
I just assumed we didn't know that yet. I was still waiting to find stairs.
It's totally fine. I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's a one-story castle.
like from outside we would have been able to tell. It's not like multiple stories.
Yeah, you would have been able to. No, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really was looking forward to you guys doing this entire encounter, and
You said you were doing this with another group of people?
I've done up through Red Brand with my in real life group.
Ah, so we're ahead of them now.
Yes, you guys are ahead. Yeah, no, my group got hung up in person. They got hung up on the fact that they wanted to waste time making the Red Brand keep their home base when it's like, y'all realize you got to save Sildar, right? And they're like, no, I'm gonna do this. I want to make it this. I want to do this. And it's like, you don't have the gold for this. They're trying to make it a home base, and they got really focused on that. So I'm like, okay, now I got to figure out how to punish you for not considering the timetable. You guys, you're
Yeah,
just like,
no.
Sildar, right now, let's go. And I'm like, yes.
Fight the entire castle?
We got gold.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Let me just. put it
So
this
when they
way.
finally,
I'm
so
assuming.
when they finally, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I've modified this a bit because you guys are very strong. I've been slowly
We're only
figuring out
level
your
3.
only level 3, but your action economy is fantastic. That's why I'm like, you guys are killing everything, and I'm like, I can't kill you. Not that I want to kill you, but I can almost kill
Yeah,
the
you threw
NPC.
you threw 2 ogres at us and they just died.
I know. Those ogres, based on including Sildar and all of you with your level 3, was supposed to be a hard encounter. It was like
Yeah, well, chalk that one up to Leon just blowing his wad and killing everything first.
right. No, I'm learning. I as long as you guys are still having fun, that's all that matters to me. But I'm also
I'm
like,
having
I'm trying to make
great
it
fun. Yeah.
challenging. I feel like there's not enough scared for your lives yet. So
Oh no, dude, I'm scared for my life, but it's just like every single turn I'm like, okay, how that's why I didn't charge in and attack. I'm like, how am I gonna survive this? If I go in, I die. If I stay here, I have a chance of living. What am I doing? I'm staying here.
what's funny is you have the
Yeah.
higher AC of everybody. You could be the tank. 18 is hard to beat.
I'm quite
Yeah.
terrified because I
Well,
am.
Myra, yeah, you are the squishy little gnome, and you are walking around, and there's like, oh, look at all these hobgoblins. Oh, thank God I dodged out of the way.
Hobgoblins. Oh no, what am I gonna do?
Yeah, no, Leon is actually kind of subtly freaking out because he's lost track of Myra.
Ooh, double eights. And Adelia, I know you're tired, but I hope you had fun.
Oh, I did. I'm loving the fact that you just kind of auto like headshot, 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 headshot.
I'm like,
but then everyone steals my kills.
it's so true.
You like take them down though. Like they get down to like the lowest. It's awesome.
Yeah, that mark is ridiculous. Between
Mhm.
your mark extra damage, the sneak attack extra damage, and Leon's superiority dice, y'all got a lot of fucking damage. Unfortunately, Myra,
Mhm.
you really are the healer, so your damage is kind of squat.
I'm so weak. And like so like I can't even if I wanted to like take on this guy. Mm. Oh well.
He like that would probably be the most fair fight that we've ever had. Like they don't have that. I was expecting these hobgoblins to be like in the 26, 27 HP range, and it's gonna take some effort to take one down.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're weak. I didn't expect them to have such little health.
They have fairly high AC, but you guys keep exceeding it. Like their AC is very
They
high.
have an 18. They have an 18 AC, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. You guys have
Yeah, I
nailed
figured
it.
that out early on.
You guys have been nailing it, and when you do nail it, right, they have such low health. But we'll see how the rolls go next week.
So
Yeah.
I had cast disguise self during combat, so that's only been about what, like 20, 30 seconds ago.
Been like
No,
45 seconds. We've
no,
gone
no,
through
no.
like
We've gone through like 3 rounds of him being. So yeah, no, like 20 seconds. Only 20 seconds of combat has happened.
Wait, we've killed that many things in 20 seconds?
oh no no no
No,
no no. We've had way more rounds than that. You guys have probably been in combat for over a minute. At least over a
Okay,
solid minute.
so
'Cause
we've killed that many things in a
yeah,
minute?
yeah, because a round of combat lasts 6 seconds. So everyone gets their turn. That's 6 seconds of time passage. So
yep.
yeah, y'all
So
haven't been here that long.
yeah, it's just chaos and everything is just dead.
Yeah, and you are slowly making a bloody mess of the place.
Well, guess who's still going to be yelling next week at people to stop fighting because I'm Glassstaff.
Yep.
Guess who's still
Oh
gonna be
man.
sneaking
I
around?
don't care if
just
everyone knows
you
that I'm
you
supposed to be dead.
you just keep trying, little buddy.
I do that.
All right, guys. It was fun as always. Until next week.
Good job. All right.
All right, see you guys next week. We will pick up in the middle of combat. We got the do be continued sign as everybody's fighting, and it's like chaos. And we fade to
Yep.
black. So have a good night, guys. I'll chat with you through Discord, and we will see y'all on Thursday.
Is it Thursday yet?
Is it Thursday yet?
Good night, everyone.
Night, guys.
Night.
Good night.